welcome back. And welcome back if you watching on the replay. We appreciate you got some disturbing cases tonight. This is Hood Tales Live. Make sure you subscribe, follow whatever platform you're watching on. And without any further ado, let's get right into it. Why does it keep popping up that? I don't understand. Whatever.
He's threatening to kill my partner right now. He has a knife. Run!
Where are you?
Run! Kayla, don't you
Why?
get in the
Yeah.
car.
Why would she get in the car? Do not let her get in the car.
God.
Absolutely not.
She's in the car. She's taking off.
It's a race against time when Ohio police respond to an emergency call reporting a woman being kidnapped in broad daylight. But as investigators close in, they uncover a shocking revelation that no one saw coming.
Hello?
The following report is based on official police records released to date, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. It's around 5:30 p.m. on September 17, 2025, when the caller, Chase, continues explaining what happened.
Here's what I don't understand. Can you tell me, if he's threatening you with a knife, why did she get in the car with him?
Because she was taking her car. I don't know. He was threatening her, officer.
Okay. No. Answer my question. Did she willingly get in with him, or did he force her to get in?
I don't understand. It was quick as hell. I don't know. He had the knife. He had the knife.
Chase tells the Jackson Township Police that his 31-year-old girlfriend, Kayla Giltz, went to confront a man after he threatened to kill her and her family. That's when Kayla was allegedly taken hostage in her own vehicle. The suspect, 38-year-old Jamie Triplett Jr., is a registered sex offender and convicted felon. Kayla met Jamie while she was working at Stark Regional Community Correction Center, where he was an inmate.
I called you guys earlier, and you sent an officer. I told you this is what was going to happen. Told you. Told you he was threatening me. I told you. Told you he was going to kill my family.
All right. Well, you're going to get yourself harmed.
I am not chasing anybody. I just need to make sure she's okay.
Okay, but you are chasing them.
Earlier today, Chase contacted police to alert them about Jamie's violent threats. The responding officer told Chase to contact them if Jamie showed up at his house, and that they may be able to pursue charges against Jamie for aggravated menacing. However, Chase jumped the gun and decided to follow his girlfriend Kayla when she confronted Jamie herself.
Okay, you kind of just my case. Now.
This is what happened. I called her and told her what he said to me on the phone. I told him how he called our kid. He's going to kill your retarded kid. And she said, she snapped. I told you impulsive. She said, I'm going over there. Meet me over there to beat him up. And this is what I told her via text. I told her, don't go over there. Do not go over there. Come home. Come home. Come home. Come home. Come home. I go over there. He's in the car with her. I open the door and he pulls a knife out on me. She jumps out of the car. He gets out the car trying to stab me. And then starts chasing her around. She said, this is how you're going to do me? You're going to do me like this? I go to call the police. He gets in the driver's seat, turns her car on, goes to steal it. He says, get in the car. Knife, and I don't know. She said, he's stealing my car. He's stealing my car. And she got in the car. And then she did this, SOS, SOS. And the phone got thrown out the door.
So here's where you just put me in a really... He might not even get charged with ag menacing now.
I don't care. I don't care at that point. I don't care about the charges. I need her to be safe.
But here's the thing, though. Okay, but listen here.
He has a knife. Please tell me.
Okay, but listen. If we would have got him ag menacing charges, he would have went back to prison. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
At this point, I just want her to be safe. He stole her car. He's driving her car right now, full speed. Tried to run me over in the process of leaving.
Chase, was she forced in the car, or did she get in the car willingly?
Had the knife.
He had the knife at her and told her to get in the car, so forced.
I don't want her to get hurt.
Duke says
so
he
we're gonna
did
have
it.
to enter her as missing and dangerous.
He's looking kind of weird, ain't he? Kind of suspicious, right?
Twice before he threw it out the window on 77.
How do you know he threw it out
Welcome
the window?
in, everybody.
Kayla's boyfriend,
TikTok,
Chase, who is the father of her
YouTube.
child, tells the officers that he has been tracking Kayla's cell phone through a location-sharing app, and it hasn't updated since she was taken away by Jamie. There's now a race to find Kayla, who officers believe is still with Jamie, who, according to court documents, recently served 13 years of a 20-year prison sentence for the kidnapping and rape of another woman. Jamie was released under community control only a few weeks ago.
I tried to follow them, but I
Let me
couldn't
see
keep
if I
up.
can turn
Why
on my
would you go
studio.
She is manic, bipolar, BPD, and I told her what he said to us earlier about how he's going to kill our son, kill our retarded son. And she said, I'm going over there. It's a gray Hyundai. I don't even know what it is off the top of my
Okay,
head.
that's okay.
With the search underway, officers check motels and talk to family and friends. According to police records, that night they visit Jamie's uncle, who owns an auto shop, which is where Jamie had taken his last kidnapping victim.
When's the last time you saw him?
Mila, we're watching a video called
I took him to work.
Kidnapping Leads to Insane Plot Twist.
Talking about getting his driver's license.
And somebody just got
Anywhere
kidnapped
else
in front of the
where you think
police.
he might go to, stay at friend's house, anything like that? Or just the roadway where he goes driving? No, that's where he lives. He lives there because he reports in night and day to the probation officer. Yeah. He ain't trying to get
If you're watching on TikTok,
According to
comment
police
so I can see
records,
you,
a
'cause I
drone
can't even
operator
see
is called to check the
how many y'all
surrounding
are doing
areas
or
for
anything
Kayla,
right now.
Jamie, or other evidence, but there is no luck.
It looks like it,
With
Dirkus,
few
don't it?
promising leads, officers comb through surveillance footage at local businesses, hoping to uncover clues that could pinpoint Kayla and Jamie's whereabouts.
That's the guy, right?
Yeah. Was the girl, did they say the girl was wearing a dress? All right, well, I got a female and male pulled up. Male was wearing a white hat. He's in the passenger seat with the female in a gray Hyundai. I want to say it's like a dark gray. She's driving. Okay, yeah, that's her.
The next day, police
Just a
contact
second,
Kayla's bank and learn that her debit card was used at a convenience store and to
turn on
check into
my,
a motel only a
other
few
web
miles
browser
away
so I
from
can
Jamie's
see
residence.
coming
Officers
into
surround the
TikTok and
property
gifts
as
and
fears over Kayla's safety intensify.
Hands, 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 hands! On the ground!
Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Get out of the room now. Give me weapons on you. No, sir.
You got cuffs?
Yep.
What's your name? One in custody. You with me. You got him? Yep. Anybody else in the room?
No, sir.
Any weapons in the room?
No, sir.
Go ahead, on your side. Okay, bend your knees.
You okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, stand up. Appreciate it. So you understand your rights. You still want to talk to me?
Perfect.
What the hell's going on?
Hi, Mandy.
I don't really know. Like, me and her,
Now I can see
she's not like
y'all.
a man. I'm like the side. The man came in the apartment yesterday trying to jerk me out of the car. The man said that he had a gun, so I got in the car.
Kind of a weird setup.
So I don't know
I'll
what
get
the
used to it.
situation is.
That's fair. He said he had a
Yes, sir.
gun.
They came there.
So, like,
He tried
were
to
you
jerk me out of the
protecting
car.
yourself
Yes, sir.
with a knife?
It wasn't a knife. It was like a piece of metal.
Did you threaten him with a knife? Did you say,
I
I'll
just got-
stab you?
Listen, sir, I'm in the car and they opened the door, jerked me out of the car.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed, it was laying in the floorboard. I just grabbed
Okay.
for defense.
Kayla is found unharmed besides bruising she says was inflicted by Jamie, who grabbed her and pulled her into the car when she tried to flee. But as the investigation unfolds, officers begin to unravel the surprising history that's shared between Kayla and Jamie.
I want to make sure you weren't sexually assaulted, you weren't physically assaulted, you're not here against your will.
No.
Are you sure? Is that going to change at any
That's not
time?
going to change. I
He
promise.
can't hear you right now.
I promise it's not going to change.
According to Kayla, she and Jamie traveled to several locations in her car, including a place to buy alcohol where Kayla used her ID and bank card in hopes to leave a trail behind for investigators. Throughout the day, Jamie warned Kayla not to make a scene in public. Once they checked into the motel, Jamie asked Kayla if he could kiss her. Kayla said she agreed and that she passively participated in sex with Jamie, and he did not force her into it.
So, how do you know this girl?
That girl, I've had that girl like 7 months.
7 months?
So like I said, she's
Grace,
got a baby
we're watching
dad,
a video
and, like,
Where'd you meet her?
I
called
know her, that's what you
Kidnapping Leads
According
to
to
Insane
Kayla,
Plot
she and
Twist.
Jamie met when he was transferred to the jail where Kayla was working as a student social worker. Kayla said Jamie started writing her notes and that she ultimately lost her job because of him. In one message sent from Jamie to Kayla, it read, "I love you. I'm not giving up on you. I will show up at your house."
This is a confusing thing because he's seeing that girl. I guess she still lives with her boyfriend or something. And she stayed a couple nights with him at the motel. And her boyfriend came over there and said, wanted her to come back home. And he said, I know you guys been sleeping together. When was that? I think it was over this weekend.
That's what I was wondering if she reported that or if he's reporting that, because I know there was a situation about that he was jealous that they were basically both seeing the same woman, so.
Kayla said tensions escalated between Jamie and her boyfriend Chase after Jamie threatened to kill her, her son, and Chase. Kayla confronted Jamie about the threats before he drove away with her in her car. Although she dialed 911, Kayla is still adamant that she willingly got into the car with Jamie.
It's terrifying, ain't it, Durkis?
Oh, goodness. Hello? So why was your phone thrown out on 77? Because he didn't want us tracked. Did you do that or him? Did he take it so you couldn't call anybody? I don't think that he took it so I could call anybody. That wasn't the intention there. I have like 360 on my phone. I have Apple, all the other tracking stuff. He just didn't want me tracked. You realize everyone's looking for you. You're an entered missing endangered person. I'm so sorry. He got judicial on kidnapping and rape. He's got like 7 years over his head. I don't want to ruin anybody's life. Yeah, but what happened? So he was making you go with him? He had my car, and I didn't want my car to get stolen, and I was just trying to calm him down and make him stop. I didn't want him to take my car on a high-speed chase. I was scared. I cared about him. I cared about... Yeah, I'm just unsure how you guys got here. Like, what?
So what is it that I'm being arrested right here for, sir?
I'm not the one to talk to, man. I have no clue.
You just said right now, destructing official business, something. They're trying to call and put some more on me.
Officers at the scene revisit Kayla to share their concerns about her claim that she was not kidnapped by Jamie.
Either you were part of this and you are okay with the fact that he said he's going to kill the father of your child, or you were a victim in this. I don't see much of a middle ground.
There has to be a middle ground. I'm not okay with this.
I agree there's probably some gray area, but you're either part of this problem, which is him hiding and threatening to kill people, or you're a victim.
This is so bad.
So, I mean, I wish I could lie and tell you it's good. It's definitely not good.
He's going to jail.
I mean...
He just didn't want to be another girl that put him away. He just
Right
did
back
13 years in a rape he says he didn't do. Whatever. That's how I met him. He ended up at SR
I can't see who's commenting.
I'm
can't really
not
see.
a client. I'm not an inmate. You know what I mean?
According to police records, Kayla admits in text messages that she has been in contact with Jamie since his release. At some point, they ended up having sex, and Kayla said, quote, "The show was off to the races until he was mean, nasty, and threatening."
I'm a social work student. I'm in my master's program. I'm like so super
right,
interested
TikTok
in
will
law
be right
justice, all this
back.
stuff. And he talked about wanting to like review his transcripts together and try and find constitutional errors. And like, I'm a dork. I thought that was cool. So that's how we ended up talking. That's how we ended up like establishing any type of rapport. I did care about the person. Should have reported this back in March.
The threats?
No, he didn't threaten me back then. No, I should have
there we
reported involvement with him. I should have just nipped it in the bud.
I told you before, and I'm going to say it again, don't contact her. It's not going to look good if you call her, okay? And I told her not to contact you.
How can you tell us to have no contact? That's what I'm curious about.
This is not a no contact order. This is me talking to you as a person, telling you I recommend you don't reach out to her. Because if you reach out to her and somebody views that as you trying to change her mind on something, it could be considered witness or victim tampering.
Police records show that Jamie attempted to contact Kayla days after his arrest. According to court records, 38-year-old Jamie Triplett Jr. was found guilty of tampering with evidence, disrupting public services, aggravated menacing, and 2 counts of criminal damaging or endangering. He was sentenced to 42 months in prison in that case, to be served consecutively to the sentence from his 2012 case. After his community control was revoked in the 2012 case, the court reimposed 10 years for rape, 10 years for kidnapping, and 180 days for assault. 10 years of that sentence are mandatory, and he will become eligible for parole in 2035. In an EWU exclusive interview, Kayla said that she still cares about Jamie and considers him a friend. She said that she has spoken to Jamie since his trial. Jamie's case is currently with the state of Ohio's Court of Appeals. To access more of our content, including extras such as raw footage, actual case files, and unseen details, you can join us on our Patreon.
Oh, I didn't realize that
Join
was that
and
short.
see
Okay.
what you've been missing.
Damn. Okay. Well, we got more. This one is called A Case with the Most Insane Twist You've Ever Heard. Here we go.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
There's some pools of blood. I'm guessing
Thank you for the free.
it's just an animal,
wait a
but
minute,
in the water right
up,
by the river,
freestyle,
there's a
the gold
shoe.
boxing glove. I appreciate you.
Everywhere.
Thank you.
All over the place.
Did you tell anybody she went for a swim?
Who?
That girl.
No. And if somebody said I said that, they're liars,
13
man.
years.
Wham! Outside of her face.
Exactly, Bridget.
Falls into the wall.
I feel like sometimes they don't be taking it seriously. I don't know what the issue is.
Over here. You get your ass over here and bring me some change of clothes.
People murder people flat out and get second degree.
I don't know. If you guys think I did something, I'm telling you right now, I didn't.
In the early morning hours of March 11th, 2012, a chilling discovery is made near the Jordan River. As the investigation gets underway, police uncover a disturbing pattern of lies and deception. However, just as investigators approach a critical breakthrough in solving the case, their most promising lead quite literally disappears into thin air. As it turns out, a vanishing suspect isn't the only shocking reveal in this twisted crime, but also the great lengths some would go to in order to exact revenge, including framing someone for murder.
Are you about 12678 south?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm just below the golf course where there's a bridge for the pathway that you can cross to go up to the golf course. There's like two big piles of blood, and there's splatter blood all over the bridge, and then right along the edge of the water, there's like a red kid shoe in there. It could have just floated in, but I figured I better call you guys.
As the police arrive at the scene and meticulously examine the pools of blood on the rocks, they immediately focus on conducting tests to determine whether it's human blood or an animal's. Dread consumes the investigators as their worst fears materialize before their eyes. The reports confirm the chilling presence of human blood. Despite their relentless pursuit, they're not able to locate anyone on the trail, leaving them puzzled by the unknown. Finally, after hours of an extensive search, they stumble upon a haunting sight on the other side of the river. A lifeless body of a young girl drifting silently, a shocking testament to the unfolding tragedy.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Female, red shirt, blue jeans, caught up in the river, it's obvious.
The young girl's body had remained submerged in the water for hours. Her face is swollen, bearing signs of severe trauma with multiple fractures. A prominent injury on her forehead had left her face disfigured and unrecognizable. An autopsy would later confirm that the cause of death was multiple blunt force injuries to the child's head. Notably, she wore a shoe that matched the one that was discovered by the jogger who'd placed the 911 call. In efforts to identify the victim, the police arranged for a press conference and share crucial information about the discovery in the hopes that someone would step forward with valuable information to aid their investigation. A mile away, Veronica Kaspersak switches on the television to watch the news. As she listens to the announcement, her blood runs cold with a chilling realization. Could this be her daughter, Annie? 15-year-old Annie lives with her mother, Veronica Kaspersak, and stepfather, James Bratcher. On Saturday night, Veronica and James return home from their dinner date, and Annie excitedly greets them at the front door. Everything seems ordinary as Veronica heads to her room for a shower, while James hangs out in the kitchen. At 7:45, he notices Annie leaving the kitchen and heading towards her room. However, at 8:40, while on a phone call with her sister, Veronica realizes that she hasn't seen or spoken with Annie since they arrived home. She decides to check Annie's bedroom, only to find it empty. Alarmed, she calls out to her husband, who rushes upstairs with a note that he found in the other room. The note declared Annie's shocking revelation that she has left for California, confessing that she'd lied to her friends about being pregnant, which she had indicated with a P in the letter, and she said that she could no longer bear the weight of the lie. With their hearts racing, Veronica and James immediately called the authorities to report Annie as a runaway. Soon after, Veronica reaches out to Christopher Bagshaw, Annie's boyfriend, desperately seeking any information. While Christopher maintains that he was unaware of Annie's plans, he did know more than he was letting on. After a restless night with little sleep, as Veronica switched on the news the next morning and witnessed the unfolding announcement, it dawned on her that Annie might not have made it to California after all. The uncertainty gripped her tightly, sending shivers down her spine. Veronica contacts the helpline and informs the police about her runaway daughter. She provides them with every piece of information as they carefully document each detail. Just when it seems like the conversation is about to end, the police ask a crucial question. Did Annie wear braces? The weight of this question hangs in the air, and Veronica sobs on the other end of the line as she whimpers, yes. When DNA match results arrive, the police are able to fully confirm the heartbreaking truth. The victim found on the trail is indeed 15-year-old Annie Kasperzak.
Yeah.
With the police officially confirming Annie's untimely death, her decision to run away becomes a pivotal element for their ongoing investigation, as it could shed light on the circumstances surrounding her tragic fate. Recognizing the significance of understanding Annie's motivations, they pay a visit to her grieving family and uncover her harrowing past. As it turns out, Annie's early life was marred by the harsh reality of growing up in a reportedly unhealthy household. As a result, she endured a fragmented upbringing, moving between foster homes and child services centers. However, Veronica Kasperzak, an aspiring employee at Child Services, became Annie's dedicated case manager. Over time, a deep connection formed between them, leading Veronica and her then-husband Dennis Kasperzak to adopt Annie as their own. Despite the challenges that arose from Veronica and Dennis's child services centers, Annie found solace in the love and care of her parents and their new partners. After noting the teenager's family history and background, the investigators meticulously gather various items connected to Annie, such as the note she left for her parents, computers and mobile phones, and a tote brimming with papers, including her journals. While examining Annie's journals, the investigators uncovered something peculiar: her profound obsession with her boyfriend, Christopher Bagshaw. Curious to know more about Chris and Annie's relationship, investigators decide to chat with Annie's classmates. Upon being questioned about her boyfriend, they consistently mention Christopher Bagshaw's name and disclose a circulating rumor about Annie being pregnant with his child, the same pregnancy that Annie mentioned in her note. Annie's parents informed the authorities that they were aware of Annie's relationship with Chris and had taken measures by encouraging her to use a birth control pill. Moreover, the autopsy report also confirmed that Annie was not pregnant. But why was Annie spreading such rumors at school? Veronica Kasperzak shares with the investigators that she believed Annie's false story about her pregnancy reflected her desire to build a permanent family she could call her own, a thought that was reflected in some of her journal entries. It seems that Chris Bagshaw may be able to share more information, and since he was so close to her, they initiate their line of questioning with him, hoping that he can shed some light on what may have really led Annie to run away. After acquiring a search warrant, law enforcement officers visit his home. Since he's a minor, Chris's father, Darwin Leroy Bagshaw, attends the interrogation with him. In the state of Utah, if a child is subject to a custodial interrogation for an offense, the child may not be interrogated unless they've been advised of their constitutional rights and their right to have a parent, guardian, or friendly adult present during the interrogation. The child has waived their constitutional rights. The child's parent, guardian, or friendly adult was present during the child's waiver and has given permission for the child to be interrogated. Exceptions under the Safe Harbor Clause include a minor that has misrepresented themselves as being an adult aged 18 or older, an emancipated minor, or if the police have made reasonable efforts to contact an adult or guardian and are unable to reach them within an hour of the first attempt. If the child is in the custody of the Division of Child and Family Services and a guardian ad litem has been appointed for the child's guardian ad litem has given consent to an interview of the child. In this never-before-seen interrogation, Chris openly discusses his relationship with Annie and readily shares his whereabouts on the night she ran away. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor and a licensed attorney.
Tell me the last time that you saw Annie. Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Do you remember what time?
I don't. I know that it was after school, and she had to go home around 6.
Okay. When's the last time you spoke with her?
The night of Saturday.
Do you remember what time that was?
Around 8.
How many times did you talk to her that night?
I talked to her twice, but she called me 4 times.
How long do you think your conversations were with her?
5 or 6 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes each, or?
Well, yeah, each.
What did you guys talk about?
She asked me to run away with her, and I tried to convince her not to, and I told her that that was a stupid idea, and to think about her family.
Tell me about what kind of rumors were out there about you and Annie.
The rumors said that I got her pregnant, but I didn't.
When did you find out? Or when did she start telling you that?
That what?
That she was pregnant with your baby.
She didn't start telling me, she started telling everybody else around a month after she had sex with LJ.
Annie had written about LJ in some of her journal entries. Though this is the first time LJ is mentioned in the questioning, he will play a crucial role in the investigation.
When did she tell you that she was pregnant?
Around a month after.
About a month after? When do you think that was? About what month?
Well, she had sex with LJ in November.
Tell us more about how you know about her. LJ in November.
She told me that she didn't want her family to find out that she had LJ sneak into her house and that's because they knew LJ was 17. So she asked me if I could take blame for it, and I told her that I would agree to let her know that it was me.
Chris appears really tense here, barely moving and gripping onto the arms of his chair. He's leaning back and away from the detective. While it could be that he's just distraught about the death of his girlfriend, he appears disengaged and has a quite flat affect. While everyone responds to death differently, and this could be shock, the detective is likely concerned about him appearing detached.
How many times did you have with Annie?
Once.
When was that?
The night that we hung out in Spencer's house.
And about what month or day?
It was Wednesday or Thursday of last week.
Wednesday or Thursday of last week?
Yes.
After answering all the questions, Christopher volunteers more information to the police about an incident at Spencer's home.
Also, like when Spencer started dozing off, she had got a bloody nose, and it dripped on my shoe, and then she ran into the bathroom, and then we went into her room.
It's certainly odd that Chris is so concerned about explaining a few drops of blood on his shoe, though he might be aware of how this could look and therefore wants to make sure the police know there is an innocent explanation for it. This story is reminiscent of a guilty person making a 911 call, not so they can get help, but so they can get their alibi set up.
Yeah, I want to understand that. Where were you at with your bloody nose?
Okay.
Don't draw it now. There.
This is the TV. This is the door. This is his bed. The alarm clock. There's all the lamps up here. This is the closet. And Spencer was here. He was kind of dozing off, leaning this way. I was right here. And Annie was right here. And we were sitting like this.
You and Annie were?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the side of his bed. Okay. You mentioned that her nose started bleeding. How'd that happen?
He doesn't seem sad at all to me.
We were sitting right here, and we looked over, and like it was like red. And I said, "Do you have a
someone who quote unquote love?"
She went like that, and leaned down, and dripped on my nose. And she said, "Oh crap," and ran to the bathroom.
So which side what foot would it have fallen on?
This one.
It would have fallen on your left foot?
Yes.
Okay, and would have just been one drop?
Yeah.
And then what bathroom did she go to?
When you go out the door, there's like a wall, and then there's a bathroom right across from it, and there's a bedroom right here, and then there's the stairs.
And she got her bloody nose taken care of?
Yeah.
Did you notice that she bleeded going across the floor or anything?
I'm not sure. She was holding her nose like this.
So it was enough blood that she had to hold it in?
No, she just like grabbed it so that it wouldn't drip anymore.
After taking notes on the incident, they returned to the topic of Chris's last conversation with Annie in order to get additional details.
What else did you guys talk about besides running away on Saturday?
I just tried to convince her
Never
to think
wanted to
about
kill
it
any one
twice,
of my partners.
think it over,
Ever.
and if there's something wrong with her family, then to think
Women will
about
piss you off,
everything
though.
good with her family. And I tried to convince her that it wasn't a good idea and that she shouldn't do it. Think about her friends as well.
Okay. And what did you do after 8 o'clock? Or where were you at when you were talking to her?
My dad had left to go to the bar, and I went to my grandma's at first.
Oh, what time do you think you...
Saturday night. I imagine I left probably about 6 or 7.
What bar did you go to?
The Lazy Dog Saloon.
And so did you leave right when your dad left?
No, I stayed home and I played the video game for a little while.
For how long do you think?
An hour and a half.
Was anybody else there with you?
No, it was just me.
Anybody call you while you were there? Do you remember?
No. And then afterwards, I went to my grandma's house, which is only 3 doors down.
I called you that night.
Oh, you did?
Because I told you I was going to have company.
Yeah.
You go stay at my grandma's house.
What time
You asked him to stay with her?
Yeah.
What time did you call him, you think?
Oh, man.
It was like 8 or 7. It
Yeah.
was like 7:45 to 8.
I'm not real positive on the exact time that I called him.
And so when he called you, did you go right over to your grandma's?
No, I stayed home for a little bit and I played the video game because that was like in the hour and a half.
We're talking about just last Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I left the house at 6 o'clock last Saturday. I left with a buddy named Kevin.
The police consider this line of questioning crucial as they try to determine if they can confirm Chris's location during the possible time of Annie's murder.
And so when he called you, you think 7:45, 8?
Yeah.
And then did you go right to your... And you said you stayed home for another hour probably past that?
Like, for another 15 minutes to get my stuff ready. And I went to my grandma's.
Tell us about what happened to your grandma.
Well, I didn't stay at my grandma's for very long. I went there, put my stuff there, and I asked her if I can go and see if a friend hung out, because I didn't really want to stay there. She's kind of funny, But I went to my friend's. I knocked on his door. He didn't answer, so I went straight back to my grandma. Got a movie, and me and my grandma watched movies.
Did you ever leave the house again?
No.
So you stayed there all night?
Yes.
And I got home at about 11:30, and I went by my mom's house, and he was crashed out on the chair, and I talked to her for a minute, and I went home. So, and I told him that I was probably going to have company come over, which they ended up not coming over, so I just went ahead and went to bed. And then he was home by 9 the next morning.
Sure. Did you talk to anybody on the phone after you got back to your grandma's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far would you say your friend's house is from yours to?
It's around a 25-minute walk there and back.
So like a mile or 2 miles or 15 miles or what?
Yeah, just like a mile or, somewhere around a mile.
So you were staying about 25 minutes one way and 25 minutes back?
Yeah.
Despite the corroboration of Chris's whereabouts on the night of the incident by his father, Darwin Leroy Bagshaw, and his grandmother, Wilma Fern Bakla, the police focus their attention on 2 crucial details provided by Chris that demand verification. The first concerns Annie's nosebleed, which supposedly occurred at Spencer's house, resulting in her blood inadvertently staining Chris's shoe. The second piece of information relates to Annie's alleged relationship with another boyfriend named LJ. The police take the necessary steps to acquire a search warrant for the home of Spencer Criddle to uncover the truth. As a close friend of Chris and Annie, Spencer can give some insight into both of these questions. He soon becomes a person of interest in the investigation and is subsequently brought in for questioning. The investigators waste no time and immediately inquire about the night Annie left.
On that day, Saturday, you had talked about Annie coming here. Annie calling you, and you weren't here. Tell me about that. What were you doing that day?
I went to the gym with my little brother.
Okay. With your little brother?
My older brother.
And how long were you guys at the gym?
For 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
He's like, "Are you fine with going there for 2 hours?" I was like, "Chance, are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "We're not Marines."
Okay. And then, so then what time did you get back to the house?
Around 8:30.
Okay. And then is that when you checked your messages?
Yeah, I went upstairs and about like 10 minutes, 20 minutes later, and there's like text messages and calling messages and everything.
Mm-hmm.
No text messages from Annie, just like 2 missed calls, I think, from Annie, and 1 voice message.
Okay. And then, do you have your cell phone? Is that the way I got the messages?
Yeah.
Do you have it with you here?
Yeah.
Do you mind if we take a look at it?
The thing is, though, unknown number tried calling me. There's the call logs. Unknown number. I just tried finding some way to get that voice message back or anything.
An attorney will almost always advise you not to willingly hand over your phone or other devices unless the police have a warrant.
After the gym on Saturday night, then what did you do?
Came home, my dad was like, "You guys hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Want me to make you a pot pie?" I was like, "All right, I guess." After I had pot pie, well, that's actually before, when my dad was making, I checked my messages. After Chance literally drained out my energy at the thing, I like fell asleep for a second on his bed. My dad's like, "Get up for the dinner." And after that,
doesn't he sound like these
got on the
just a normal
PS3 and just started
conversation?
watching Netflix and playing
Girlfriend's
games.
supposed to be dead.
I kept the phone right there, just waiting for Annie's to be called. I was like, "Come on." But the next day, nothing.
Cooperation with the police yields significant revelations. He substantiates Chris's statement by confirming that Annie did bleed from her nose when they were at his place, and shares some intriguing information about LJ.
There was some confusion about whether you actually physically talked on the phone or had a chat with LJ. Did you ever?
Have a chat with LJ?
Yeah.
He just messaged me on his email.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. And so it was over email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow he hacked into Annie's.
Okay. So it was Annie's email.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it was from LJ.
Yes.
So how did you know it was LJ?
Because Annie the next day, well, he told me, but Annie
he said,
next
this is LJ or something?
Yeah. And I was like, "LJ, why are you on, Annie?" He's like, "Oh, I hacked into it." I was like, "Oh, well, that's perfect."
But you never had a physical, like a conversation with them though then?
No.
Okay. That was how long ago?
It was back in I think either late November or early December. It was one of those. I can't remember.
Is it out of the ordinary for you to get unknown calls? So you get them all the time?
Oh, well, sorry. I thought you said, "Do you usually get unknown calls?" No, I don't.
So that's uncommon then.
Yeah, that's uncommon. Unless it's one of my friends that are playing a prank on me, but they haven't done that in a long time, so I don't know who that could have been. Because I can't call back. It'll be like no number. I'm like, whatever.
Do you know, does your dad ever, check does he have an account on T-Mobile online for phone bills and check like that, phone records?
Yeah, he actually tried searching up my phone record, and he couldn't, I think he found it, the call. I asked him, "Is there any way we can get the voice message, please?" And he's like, "No, it's not."
Well, the text email where he talked to LJ, whatever happened to that?
Well, since that was months ago, my phone just built up in the memory, and it goes berserk. I can't start taking pictures or anything. It says memory, so I had to clear it out. I always do that. You get too much call messages, it just clears out. So.
Apart from confirming LJ's involvement with Annie, Spencer informs the police that all of their circle of friends had tried to warn her to stay away from LJ, given his threats, as they believed he was a member of some gang. Chris's statement highlighted a similar pattern.
All right, Chris. One of the things that was coming up and everything is that in talking with LJ, when you talked with LJ,
thank you for the heart,
did you
man.
actually physically talk to him on the phone, or was it like through a message, or how did you talk to him?
I talked to him once.
Okay.
Actually on the phone.
Okay. And what did he say in that conversation?
That we were straight.
Shout out to YouTube and Kick. Appreciate y'all as well.
For me, but he did say that he was coming for somebody else, and then he hung up.
Okay. And when you talked to him on the phone, did he speak with an accent, or do you notice anything distinctive about his voice?
No. Okay. Just normal.
Okay, just a normal voice. And was there a phone number for that?
No, it was really tried.
Or restricted.
It said restricted on it.
The pivotal information shared by both boys thrust the police investigation forward, firmly casting LJ as the prime suspect in Annie's gruesome murder. Unfortunately, neither Spencer, Chris, nor any of Annie's other friends had ever seen LJ, which limits their ability to provide a physical description. However, the investigators have deep connections and immediately mobilize their informant networks and surveillance circuits to search for a 17-year-old individual with potential gang ties and relations with anyone at Annie's school. After a grueling week of relentless pursuits and exhaustive investigations, the investigators find themselves empty-handed. Just as the mounting pressure takes its toll on the team, one of the investigators receives a crucial phone call, providing them with their long-awaited breakthrough in the seemingly impossible search. The caller is Joanna Franklin, an individual frequently involved in alleged credit card thefts. She declares that she had actually witnessed Annie's murder and hopes to exchange the information for eliminating all charges against her illegal activities. The following never-before-seen footage of Joanna Franklin's interview reveals her shocking claims of a crime. She drops a bombshell at the very beginning by revealing that she knows the elusive LJ quite well. Moreover, she introduces a new suspect to the investigation's list.
She came inside with LJ, and I went to go. I couldn't hit a band, so I had to go find my marble in my bed. And I came back out and we could hear him having in the bathroom.
Who? Injured, welcome
LJ
in. Thank you for the heart me.
And I go, are you serious? And he goes, what? And I go, that's statutory. And he goes,
shout out to the
doing
Evil Crew.
And I'm like, I'm not okay with that. And I started like freaking out, and then she came out and she's like, you can't do that. Like she was upset, and then they came out and they're like, sorry, and she was like, and I was like, you guys need to go. And that's when I said, hey, how about my turn? She goes, what? And she started laughing, and I grabbed her face. And just, there's a lot.
I would say 99% of the people that we've talked to said never do that over. And I'm sure you.
It wasn't over. She laughed at it in front of everybody. It wasn't over. Anyone wants to. She laughed in front of everybody, and she started laughing, and I started laughing. That's what it was. Every time I read in papers.
Hey, put a one in the chat if you're giving this lady a side eye right now, because I don't know.
You ask anybody. I always did. You ask anybody if you do over that, and they'll tell you.
I might be judging a little quickly, but.
And I go, yeah, right there. He's like, I need it. I go, for what? And he's like, I just need it. And he grabs it, goes up the door, I walk outside, and he goes, wham, outside of his face. And she like falls into the wall. And I was like, so I went running on the side. And he's like, stay out of it. And so we just stay out of it. And I'm like, you can't be okay with that. And she's like, let's just go in the bedroom. Like she was shaking, I was shaking. And that was the night was
she hurt?
Yeah.
Was she bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
From where?
From her ears and her nose and her mouth. And then he had kicked her when she was on the ground. And he had him like tie her up and put her in the back of the car. And they wouldn't come in. Like, what is that girl's name?
How'd you know her?
How did I know her?
I appreciate you, love. Thank you.
I saw a picture
A1
of her.
since day one.
Where at?
On the news.
We're gonna be locked in forever.
It was a couple of days. Like, I was told that, like, two different stories. Like, oh, we took her home. We dropped her off. She's fine. And then, like, once they started getting high, then the story changed. And that's when we're like, what the fuck?
Joanna is incredibly animated. You can see her eyebrows moving a lot as she talks, which indicates that she's seeking approval from the officers while also making very intense eye contact. As she talks, her speech sounds pressured, meaning she's talking without many pauses. This may be because she really wants to get her story out, but it's often associated with substance use and a variety of mental illnesses.
I was gonna say it probably
It's
smells
also
like a little bit of
noteworthy
burnt
that she
rubber in
says
there, honestly.
LJ and that girl. She doesn't say Annie's name,
I
yet
don't wanna
she's
say it
naming
too
everyone else. When the officer starts asking questions, she seems to get a bit more anxious and is rubbing her head and ears. She also rubs her nose rather awkwardly. For all of her animation, her emotion doesn't seem to fit. She doesn't seem scared or worried.
And I go, what did you guys do? He goes, don't worry about it, Princess, it's fine. And so that's when I kind of like started trying to pay attention. She was kind of, they walked that way. And that's when he said, how about my turn? And she laughed, and I was like, no. And he grabbed her and just flung her around into the wall. Like, you know that, where I was sitting today? There was that thing behind me. That wasn't there before. And she went right into that wall. And blood was everywhere. All over the place. I can remember like thinking really hard. Because pictures of the boys got broken. I didn't get new frames for them. And we kind of scooted back, and the table kind of scuffed across the floor. And I was like, there's scuff on there. And I remember being like, "No, knows what happened. He knows what happened." Because I was all worried about it, because I was a mess. And we all kind of sat there for a minute while I finished being pissed. Like, and he kind of stood up and he goes, "Dude," he goes, "what are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know." He goes, "Laugh at me, stupid bitch." And he kicked her. I'm like, I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "You go start." And Ashley came in and he goes, "What the fuck happened?" And he goes, "Your bitch laughed at me." He goes, "She laughed at you?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Why she laughed at you?" And he goes, "I don't know. She laughed at me." And like they just kind of stared for a minute. Ashley kind of looked at his head and he goes, "I'm sorry." And I go, "Are you serious?" And I stood up and he goes, "Sit down." I'm like, and he like was really concerned, so I sat down for a second and I go, "I need to go check on her." And he goes, "No, you need to go get me some towels and a tarp out of the storage shed and shut your mouth. So I go get that." So I went and got that stuff and I walked back in there and he was sitting there and he was just pale white. Totally white, not moving. And I was like, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "I think she's dead." And I go, "What?" And I sat next to her and I kind of moved her and she went like that. I was like, "She's okay, she's okay." And I kind of moved her chin a little bit and like her jaw slid.
He's okay,
like,
but go get a tarp.
the way it shouldn't slide. And I was like, "So I just catch her up and put her on trying to fight or whatever." And then I came out and he goes, "So what's the damage, doc?" And I go, "She needs to go to the hospital." And he goes, "Can't do that." And I go, "To go to the hospital." And he goes, "We can't do that." And I was like, "What are you going to do?" He's like, "Call." So he called on his phone. He went in the other room. He was quiet and he started like shouting. He's like, "You stupid, call them and tell them to get the fuck over here. You get your fuck over here and bring me some change of clothes." And then LJ just sat on the couch. He just sat there. Put on under the tarp. And they had him pull up.
Where was she at?
I was sorry, she was in the bathroom. We moved her from my side by the table to the bathroom to change her clothes. I wasn't okay, like, getting her undressed and I don't know why. Like, "Are you still at home?" I go, "Where else would I be?" He's like, "Okay, I need to help you get some things cleaned up." And I'm like, "Hey, I can't do this."
And
He
Janetta,
goes, "Yes,
thank
you
you for
can.
the
You'll be
hat
fine."
mustache.
He's like, "I'll make it work a while." I'm
Appreciate
like,
you. Jalen,
"No, you
welcome
won't."
in.
He said, "I can't do this. Like, I'm not like this." He goes, "This is exactly what you're like." He's like, "And you'll help me with what I need." I'm like, he's like, "So go over to Walmart or wherever you need to go. We'll be open and get some bleach." I'm like, "I have bleach." He goes, "You have enough of it?" And I go, "Yeah." And so I went back and got the bleach and I came out with it. I'm like, "You want to do it?" And he had me pour it all over the wall. And I scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it. And then he had me do the baseboards and then we all over the floor. And they went in the bathroom. He's like, "You throw stuff away." And I go, "Those are my kids' stuff." And he goes, "It's got blood on it." And I go, "Yeah, okay." And so we kind of took it all together and we ended up throwing it in the dumpster.
Look how matter of fact
And that
that
was
she's
on
talking about this.
Sunday morning.
You said you redressed her, right?
Mm-hmm.
You redressed her. Where'd that
Lock
clothing come
'em up.
Right.
Lock 'em up.
And what all was there?
There was like a red or a black top and some pants and some shoes.
Joanna's description
Bailey,
of the
thank you for the
clothes
heartbeat.
was strikingly similar to what Annie was wearing the day the investigators had discovered her body. She further informs the investigating team that the person she claims was involved and LJ took the girl's body in a Suburban and went to the canyons. On their return, they declared that the girl went swimming and won't come back. With Joanna's interview, the investigating team finally find their first witness who can describe LJ's physical looks. She shares that he's shorter than her, he's Hispanic but looks white, and he's 19 years old. Her information proves to be a comprehensive breakthrough, ticking all the necessary boxes and providing answers to the key inquiries the police had been tirelessly pursuing. With her eyewitness account of LJ's presence, they now had irrefutable confirmation of his involvement in Annie's murder. Moreover, the other man she was accusing and claimed to be involved, John, was a convicted felon, a self-admitted substance dealer, and a gang member. John's lengthy rap sheet further indicated his potential role in committing the dreadful crime. The investigators waste no time obtaining a search warrant for John's residence and promptly conduct a raid. As anticipated, his house exhibited clear signs of attempting to conceal a grievous offense. The walls were freshly painted, the carpet in the hallway was removed, and the entire place appeared to be undergoing remodeling. The absence of the carpet and red stains on the doors raised significant suspicion, indicating a potential cover-up. The visuals corroborated Joanna's statement. The police promptly arrest John to interrogate him. As Annie's family grapples with the confusing reality of her involvement with possible addicts and gangs, John goes through intensive questioning with the police.
We went and got your picture. How do you know her?
Brittany? Is her name Brittany?
No, it's Annie.
No, her name's
So you might know her as Brittany. Okay, tell me about Brittany.
Brittany. She's friends with Dude, did something happen to her?
Friends with who?
Dude, just tell me straight up, man.
I want to know what you have to say first.
I'll think of everything you need to know, man, because she's hella cool, dude. That's Brittany. I'm pretty sure that's Brittany. She lives with Sal. Or
Sal?
she stays with Sal. She's Mercedes' friend.
Mercedes' friend?
Yeah. And, dude, did something happen to her?
She ever been to your house?
Yeah, she just came to my house the other day. Did something happen to her?
On a scale of 0 being not at all and 100% positive that you know her as Brittany, where are you at on that?
8, dude. Pretty sure that's Brittany.
8 out of 10?
8 out of 10. Yeah. 8.
Or are you saying 80 out of 100?
Well,
Either way.
Either way, it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's her.
10 being 100% positive, you're 8 out of 10 that it's her.
80 out of 100 is the same thing.
Dude, I swear to God,
Okay, hold on.
her phone number just texted me today.
I'll answer your questions
And
in a
called
minute.
me.
I'll answer your questions in a minute, but you got a text from her and a call from her today, or a
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, it's on
When's the last time you saw her?
That day.
That Saturday?
No, just like the day before I left, she came by my house.
So when was that?
And she's been staying at Sal's house downtown.
Who's Sal?
This dude named Sal, and Sal, I don't know Sal's real name. I just call him Sal.
Her boyfriend's supposedly LJ.
I don't even know who.
LJ or JL. You may know her as Brett. Her real name's Annie.
Okay. Who?
You didn't see her the other day.
No, dude, I don't even know who Annie is.
Tell me about this girl being at your house last Saturday.
I don't even know. I think she's Britt, dude. I don't know. She was at my house last Saturday. There's no young girls at my house, man.
No?
No.
Ever?
As far as I know, if they're young, dude, I send them the out of there.
What if she looked older?
Well, that's just it, man. Did I do something? Am I supposedly did something to this person?
I have a concern. That's why we want to talk to you. I don't know
Well,
if you did or
if you
one
guys
other
think
person
I did something, I'm telling you right now, I didn't. And if you feel like I have, then I need a lawyer then. Because obviously, what I'm saying to you, you're telling me that I'm not being honest with you, whatever.
Do you need a lawyer or not, or should I continue?
Continue, dude, but I'm just telling you, I don't know. I think that's Britt.
But if you say
She's
that
at
you
my
need a
house
lawyer,
last-
I have
she was
to
at my
address that
house
now. I have
just
to
the other
respect your
day.
rights.
Yeah, I mean, but if you guys
Are
think
we
that I
okay
did
talking or
something-
not?
If you guys think I did something to her, then hell yeah, I want a lawyer.
Okay. So do you want a
Because
lawyer
I
or
did
not?
not do nothing to nobody.
What if I told you she's dead?
I didn't do it. What the?
Exactly. Are we here to talk, or do you want a lawyer? Because you said the word lawyer twice. I need to know.
Well, then talk, man, but don't act like I know who this girl is. I'm telling you, it's Britt, dude. It looks just like Britt.
Okay.
And if she's dead, what the?
You don't remember
It's not,
telling
it can't
anybody
be
that
her,
she went
though.
for
It
a
can't
swim?
be- It can't be her, dude, because she just was at my house.
No, she's been dead for a week.
Then she was never at my house. I had never seen this girl before then.
She's been dead for a week.
Did you tell anybody she went for a swim?
Who?
That girl.
No. And if somebody said I said that, they're liars, man. For real.
Let me ask you this. Did your wife get pissed here, it was probably just over a week ago, about some guy and girl having sex in your bed? Said
No,
that you
no.
guys don't have a damn house?
No, hold on. Nobody had my bed, though.
Okay, but do you know about your wife getting pissed at you over one of your friends and some girl having sex in your bed?
She didn't get mad at me over that.
She didn't?
No.
Really?
Ain't nobody had in my bed but me and my wife.
Despite John's adamant denial of having any involvement in Annie's murder, or even any association with her, his prior criminal record provided enough justification for the police to keep him in custody as they gathered further evidence to support his potential involvement in the case. Yet when the DNA match reports and phone records arrive, the case takes an appalling turn that no one imagined. None of the blood samples found on the doors and walls of John's house match Annie's DNA. It was obvious that a crime occurred at John's residence, but there's no evidence indicating Annie's presence whatsoever. Moreover, John's phone records from that night don't place him even close to the area of Annie's death. This revelation leaves the investigators utterly bewildered and shocked, prompting them to reconsider their approach and conduct another interview with Joanna. In a twist beyond comprehension, Joanna breaks down under intense questioning and reveals her secret. It turns out that John hadn't been lying in interrogation. He actually didn't know Annie at all. However, John had betrayed Joanna by cutting her out of a deal. In a calculated act of vengeance, she meticulously gathered information on Annie's case from the news reports and constructed a story that pinned the blame on John. She confesses to orchestrating this elaborate plan to exact revenge and secure immunity for her crimes. It appeared John's alibi from the night of Annie's murder was actually another crime he was involved in. John and his ally ended up pleading guilty to kidnapping charges from that night. With the investigation into Annie's death derailed by a year because of the misleading information, the investigators are left with no choice but to retrace their steps and meticulously sift through their vast collection of past interrogations and searches they conducted before Joanna's pivotal call. Immersed in this intensive review, they stumble upon 3 tip calls that instantly pique their curiosity. The first tip was from someone who had been driving home the night Annie was killed and saw a male on a bike leaning over the south side barrier and looking into the river. He was leaning so far over that she thought he would fall in. Another tip came from someone else who had said that he saw at 2:30 p.m. that day by the Rotary Park, a young male was saying, "Won't get caught, won't get caught," waving his arms around. He was short, with dark hair almost to his ears, a full head of hair, and was wearing a gray shirt and blue shorts. And then there had been a third tip from Christopher Bagshaw, Annie's boyfriend, because he had been receiving threats from LJ. All 3 tip calls pointed towards a teenager being involved in Annie's murder. Although this once again reaffirmed that LJ appeared to be a strong suspect, the police still didn't have a physical description and had yet to find him. Determined to uncover crucial details, investigators focus on Annie's phone records to get evidence of her phone conversations and retrieve LJ's profile. The investigators' hunch proves correct when a disturbing pattern emerges as they discover that Annie received multiple calls from a blocked number on the night of her murder. The individual behind this blocked number spoke with Annie until the fatal hour leading up to her death. It was believed that this mysterious caller could possibly be LJ. Drawing upon Chris and Spencer's testimonies regarding LJ's threats towards them, the investigators promptly contact the telephone department to establish a connection between LJ and the blocked number found in Annie's phone records. They request the extraction of call data from Chris and Spencer's phones to note if they ever received or answered calls from the same suspicious number. If the numbers match, it could provide crucial evidence to solidify their suspicions in the case. But when the data arrives, the brutal and disturbing details rattle the entire investigating team. It becomes evident that every person involved has been withholding crucial information and telling lies. The police now had to, once again, reach out to each individual they had interviewed 2 years ago. The detectives began their renewed round of interviews by arranging a meeting with Spencer Criddle and providing him with a search warrant report for his house. The report revealed the absence of any blood evidence within his house, despite his statement that he witnessed Annie's nosebleed while at home. Under intensified questioning, Spencer eventually admits that he never personally witnessed the incident, but believes it happened because Chris talked to him about it. The detectives then meet with Wilma Fern Bockley, Chris's grandmother, who becomes a key figure in the investigation. According to Chris and his family's account, he had supposedly spent the entire night of Annie's murder at his grandmother's home, starting from 7:45 p.m. However, the call records present a peculiar inconsistency that showed Wilma had called Chris multiple times, even well past midnight. However, she's uncooperative during the interrogation process and insists that Chris had returned to her house approximately 1 to 1.5 hours after leaving to meet his friend. She continues to parrot similar series of events that happened that night as Chris had told them. She recalls making only one phone call to him that night, and has no recollection of any additional calls or the approximate timings. However, it would soon be uncovered that she was clearly withholding crucial information. Additionally, Darwin Leroy Bagshaw, Chris's father, had stated that he had seen his son dozing off on the couch at his mother's home around 11:30 p.m. However, the reliability of this claim is called into question by call records, which indicate that Chris had called his grandmother Wilma Bockley at 12:47 a.m. that night. Why would she call Chris if he was sleeping in her living room? It seemed Chris and his family were hiding something out of fear. Given that he'd been threatened in the past, police considered that perhaps LJ had threatened him again. As the investigators weighed on the details about the owner of the blocked number, they also asked the telephone departments to trace the precise locations of all the individuals involved. The resulting data from this search unveils a stunning revelation that turns the entire investigation on its head. As it turned out, Chris is the owner of the blocked number and had a different phone to use it. But if this was the case, and Chris had made those calls, where is LJ? Had they planned this elaborate lie together? Chris was the only one who could answer their questions. Investigators find out that he moved to Colorado for his sophomore year and swiftly leave for the state to interrogate him. Overwhelmed and apprehensive, Chris succumbs to the intense questioning and reveals shocking details that seem far too sinister for someone his age. Chris informs them that there is no LJ. As he narrates his tale of lies and deception, he confesses to the detectives that he discovered that Annie had created a fictional person named LJ to make him jealous. He had used the same name in Annie's story to divert their investigation. Spencer had been protecting him as a friend, unaware that Chris had committed the heinous crime that took Annie away forever. He had messaged Spencer saying, "The cops might come back to your house. I need you to tell them Annie got a bloody nose." Another said, "They took my shoes for my testing, and I need you to tell them that so I don't get blamed. I just want you to know I'm not telling you to lie to the cops.
What happened?
I just know you were kind of dozing off that
Hopefully
night."
nothing bad.
Chris's admission of guilt put several missing pieces together. During their search, the police found that Chris's bike was similar to what the tip call witness had seen. Further investigation revealed that the other witness who had seen a teenager chanting over the bridge was the same day that Chris had actually skipped school. Police also found a note in the trash can of his home in which Chris had listed out a detailed timeline of Annie's disappearance and what she was wearing that night. There could only be one reason Chris would know of such details. He had been the one to kill her. Comments Chris posted on Facebook after Annie's death were viewed from a completely different perspective after the disturbing revelation. It turns out that the purpose of the posts wasn't to honor a beloved friend, but rather an effort to deflect any potential suspicion away from himself. The comments read as follows: "Everyone wear red tomorrow. It was her favorite color, and let's show how much we really care." And, "The world is filled with hate and no one understands the pain of losing someone they care about until it's too late and they're already gone. It's sad what had happened to Annie, and I don't know why anyone would do this to someone like her. She was awesome and we all loved her very much. Even though we had times where we disliked each other, we always made up and reevaluated our friendship. She was the best." But what gave him away was Veronica, Annie's mother's phone call.
Wow.
On the night Annie went missing, she'd called to ask if he knew anything.
You in my prayers.
Chris had answered the call minutes after he'd taken her daughter's life.
That's wild, though.
The location on Chris's cell phone on that call put him next to Annie near that bridge. While Annie's family had endured 2 long years of suffering, Chris had moved on and continued his life in Colorado as though nothing had occurred. The police arrest him on charges of first-degree murder and obstruction of justice. But why had he killed Annie? That sickening detail wouldn't be revealed until later. As Chris Bagshaw was 14 at the time of the crime, the state of Utah was likely to place him in a juvenile facility, allowing his release at 21. Given that he was 17 at the time of his arrest, it would result in him serving a mere 3 years in prison for the heinous offense. While investigators diligently sought evidence to support trying Chris as an adult in court, A pivotal moment arose when they received a call from the Juvenile Detention Center. The caller, an inmate, steps forward to provide information about Chris Bagshaw, significantly bolstering the prosecution's case. This particular inmate had developed a friendship with Chris, who, in his overconfidence, revealed the chilling details of Annie's murder. Back in school, Chris had found out that Annie had been telling people she was pregnant with his baby, and he believed the claim, even though this wasn't true. She asked him to run away with her, so he suggested they meet by the bridge. Annie snuck out that night to meet him near the Jordan River. However, Chris had planned something terrible. He attacked Annie with a shovel, hitting her face until it was disfigured.
Shovel?
Then he put the shovel on her forehead, jumped on it, and continued until Annie stopped moving.
14
The
years
investigators took this information to a state medical expert who checked Annie's autopsy report and corroborated the inmate's description of the injuries on Annie's face, especially the one to her forehead. Chris had killed Annie because he believed she was pregnant with his child. Darwin Christopher Bagshaw was eventually tried as an adult and pleaded guilty to first-degree murder.
Damn.
He was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison and will be eligible for parole in 2034. A recording captured a message from Spencer to his friends, clearly said in jest no one had any idea that Chris may have been scheming his own murderous plans at this very moment.
You know, I never wanted to do this, but sometimes you just got a point. Shoot.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yo, man. So back off. You changing?
What the crap? I'm just late.
There's always signs. All right, y'all. Let's move right on to the next one. This one is called Cops Unlock Babysitter's Phone, Uncovering Horrifying Secret. Let's go.
Her eyeball was moving up and down, kind of like she was having a seizure.
Head trauma, skull fractures, brain bleed.
She also has some broken ribs.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
She called me on the phone crying, and she's like, "Did you drop my baby? There's a huge lump on her left side of her brain." And I was like, "No, I would not ever drop your baby on purpose." You know what I mean?
When a 2-month-old baby girl is rushed to the hospital after suffering a seizure in the care of her babysitter, doctors discover alarming injuries that raise more questions than answers. As investigators search for the truth, they find themselves facing conflicting accounts, shifting blame, and a story that begins to feel hauntingly familiar.
Did she tell you before the same situation before it happened?
No, you didn't mention that.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. In Oklahoma, on the morning of July 14, 2023, 26-year-old Holly Marie Shepard contacts Ponca City 911 dispatchers.
Hi, I was trying to see if you can send an officer, or not an officer, sorry, an ambulance.
He's so calm for it to be a 2-month-old baby.
Babysitting a 2-month-old baby, and she's kind of acting a little funny. She's kind of been a little cranky. I just want to make sure that she's okay, and her oxygen level, she's kind of limp and kind of breathing funny. Her mom said she's been sick and stuff, and she's just kind of acting out of it. It's not normal. I just want to make sure she's okay because she's in my care.
Paramedics find the infant, a 2-month-old baby girl named Cora, in a dire state, with part of her head appearing deformed. However, when they reach the mother on the phone, she panics, explaining Cora has no defects of any kind. At the hospital, the truth of Cora's condition begins to emerge, confirmed in a grim call between officers.
Once I got to the hospital, they took the child in to get CT imaging. And as they were finishing that up and taking the child back, the child started seizing after the CT imaging. So there's traumatic bleeding on the right side of the brain, and that's the injury that can be seen on the outside where it's kind of... Hold on. Let me pull up the photos the nurse took.
Okay, and there was a visible mark on the right side of the child's
2-month-old baby.
I might have to call you back, but I think that's what I needed for the time being.
Sounds good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, bye.
Come to crocodile tears, y'all. Here they come.
Due to the severity of her condition, baby Cora is flown by helicopter to a different hospital where she fights for her life.
They had to
With
airlift
unexplained
a
injuries,
2-year-old, a
investigators
2-month-old
turned to the
out.
3 people who were in the home with the baby. The babysitter Holly, her mother-in-law Doretta, and Doretta's sister Doreen, each with their own account for what happened that morning.
So I got Holly's statement, I got Grandma's statement, and I got Grandma's sister statement.
Disgusting.
Okay.
All 3 of them did not add up.
Investigators will examine the accounts of all 3 women, but the real challenge is figuring out where the lies end and the truth begins. According to the babysitter, Holly, 2-month-old Cora had just been laid to bed for a nap when she began acting unusual. The officer begins photographing the crib where Holly put her down when Doretta calls out to her.
Can I look in the crib?
No.
Does it? Can you just tell me what it looks like? Is there blankets in there? And like
There's
somebody's
blankets.
been sleeping in it?
There's blankets in there. I can't tell you if someone's been sleeping in there or not.
Weird question.
Can I just?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta keep that room.
Okay.
Is there something? What are you thinking?
I can't figure out why she would put the baby in the baby bed. I mean, she usually puts the baby on the big bed when she's taking a nap. So if I say something, would it go against me?
If you say something won't go against you, you're not under arrest.
No. Okay. Just leave it. I guess I don't want to say nothing that's gonna. I don't want to hurt her, but I just want if the baby fell off the bed.
However, doctors noted injuries that point to something far more
she
severe,
trying to-
along with serious bleeding around her brain.
That's
They
called
also
the
found
spin,
scattered
y'all.
skull fractures, as though something traumatically hit the child's head. They begin questioning Holly, who was recently left in charge of the 2-month-old and her 4-year-old sister.
I'm a member of on Facebook of a Ponca City area moms group.
Okay.
That I kind of talk on there to like just fellow moms, do like play dates and stuff with other kids.
So
'cause
you're
I have 2 kids of my
babysitting someone's
own.
rent?
And Mackenzie, the mom, she posted on there that she needed childcare. And I told her I was staying at home. You know, I have 2 kids. Met her at McDonald's, and like her and her husband were like, okay, yeah, I like her. So I just started that this week on Tuesday. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if she'll continue with me because of this, but she won't really talk to me. But yeah,
So $1,200 a month. That's
it's like $300 a week. So she just paid me today, and then so
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
In their initial Facebook messages, which started 1 week earlier, Holly had introduced herself as a wife and mother of 2, stating she has tons of caregiving experience. Mackenzie admitted she was nervous about leaving her children with a stranger, but said Holly reassured her by offering several family members as references, including her mother-in-law, Doretta.
And how many kids were you watching for?
Just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my 2 go to daycare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then, which is kind of weird because I'm like, well, I miss my kids, you know, but
Hold up. That should have told you everything you need to know right there. So you sending your own kids to daycare, but you getting paid to babysit somebody else's kids, and you're not just gonna watch the kids, you're gonna reach them and help them reach their milestones? Nah. What parent would rather watch someone else's kids than their own? Nah. Hey,
Holly goes on to explain what happened after Sam took their 2 children to
Can't fool
daycare
me.
and headed to work, leaving Holly and Doretta alone
Can't fool
with
me.
Mackenzie's 2 children.
So 911 was called at 10:37.
My 2
So
kids go to
okay,
daycare.
she ate. I made her bottle around 10,
I'm watching
15-ish. And I was sitting on the couch and I was holding her. She's been kind of cranky this morning, so I don't know if she was dealing with like some gas or what was going on, but she was kind of cranky. So I fed her. She drank maybe 2 ounces of her bottle, and she fell asleep in my arms. So I put the bottle down, kind of covered up with the blanket, and like sat there to make sure that she was like asleep. Then I stand up and I bring her to my daughter's bed in the crib and just set her down. Kind of swaddled her, turned on the nightlight and the little lullaby music thing, and then walked out to kind of handle. I left the door open, of course, to hear her, but to tend to Audrey, and then probably around like I want to say 10:35, so 2 minutes before I called. I noticed, like, I was sitting there playing with Audrey on the floor, and I just hear Cora, which is the baby's name, just like scream cry, like a hurt cry. And like our cats are outside. There's no, like, she doesn't roll over yet. She's only 2 months. And so I ran in there, turned the light on, picked her up, and I noticed that like her arms were just like stretched out, like they were so stiff, and her eyes were kind of like, I don't know how to describe it.
Can you show me? If you don't know.
Like my eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, like she was like she kept
Okay,
like
so
they,
blinking.
yeah, that, and like her like eyeball was like moving up and down, kind of like she was having a seizure.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a certified medical assistant, so I kind of
Why
like
is she
know
so
the signs
calm
of that,
when she's
and it looked like a
describing
seizure
this?
to me. So, I just immediately I picked her up, and like I said, I saw that, and then her arms were stiff, and she was kind of breathing funny. So I was like, okay, I'm calling 911.
After learning of Cora's injuries, the infant's mother called Holly to demand answers.
She called me and she said, hey, did you drop my baby? Like, she called me on the phone, like crying, and she's like, did you drop my baby? There's a huge lump on her left side of her brain or her head. And I was like, no, I would not ever drop your baby on purpose. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no way.
Welcome in, love.
And so where were Doretta and her sister at, like, whenever the baby was
asleep? They were in the living room.
Doretta is brought in for questioning, and although she recalls the morning much like Holly does, one important detail doesn't quite align.
Well, Holly was feeding the baby, the little girl was playing, and when my sister come in, we stood there talking. Well, Holly was holding the baby and started crying a little bit. So me and my sister talked, and we went out in the yard and loaded up the air conditioners, and we stood out there and talked. Out there in the car, you know. Well, then Holly comes out of the house and said that she had to call the ambulance. And I said, why? She said, well, the baby's not, something's wrong with the baby.
That's all right.
All right. So the only person that was inside the house was
I'll always
Holly
do that, just like
at
I
that
know you
time,
will.
And you and your sister were outside.
Right.
Though Holly claimed Doretta and Doreen were with her in the living room, Doretta's account puts the two of them outside, leaving Holly alone with the baby before placing her in the crib. Still, Doretta remains unconvinced that Cora was ever in the crib at all.
I'm thinking that she put the baby on the bed, and the baby fell off.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Fractured his skull and everything like that. That's what you
Okay,
think?
what makes you think that?
Well, because she has, as far as I could, this week, she has never put that baby in that crib.
No, you know what it is,
She's always
Carrie?
put it in on their bed.
Despite this unusual change in routine,
We know
Holly
they don't
stands
know.
firm that the baby was in the crib. Before then, she had otherwise been in her arms or Doretta's.
But the only time she was alone with the baby is whenever I was in the kitchen for maybe 3-4 minutes.
She alone? Who?
Doretta.
Doretta?
Like, she was holding the baby for me.
By herself whenever
Yeah,
you were in the kitchen?
while I was making the bottle.
And where was she at with the baby?
On the couch, sitting on the couch.
Oh, sitting on the couch.
Mhm.
Did she tell you if something happened while she was
No, when I
alone or
asked
anything?
her, and she said, no, not that I can recall, but she does have, she's showing some signs of, like, dementia and stuff, but I would feel like if it's something serious, or I would have heard of if she dropped her or hit her, which, I don't think she would do that.
Now, in your kitchen, you said Doretta was in the living room. In
Yeah.
the kitchen, can you see from the kitchen to the living room, or is there a
There's
wall?
a wall.
There's a wall?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only
Hey,
time
Lexi, welcome
that
in.
Cora
Try
was
to
out of
slide
your
out and
sight,
slide back
outside,
in,
not with you,
Shy.
not anything
Maybe.
like that.
Before addressing this with Doretta,
just a
the
bad
detective
connection.
explains the seriousness of the situation and delivers a shocking update
looks good
about
on my
Cora's
end, too. It's not
injuries.
freezing on my-
You can see it. It's
yeah.
a little red right there, and it's starting to swell, right? You can see the difference where the swelling's starting to spread, right?
Yeah.
It's not
by
saying
her
I'm
temple.
using a lot of
So,
EPE
okay.
right now.
There's also, she also has some broken ribs.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
So, that's why it's important for me to find out what happened or how everything
She
happened.
fell
I
off
didn't
the
point out,
bed
were you
and
left
broke
by
her skull
yourself
and her
with,
ribs, allegedly.
with Cora, the little baby?
I left with her?
Yes, yes. Were you, like, left by yourself or you were messing with her?
Mm-mm.
No?
I was all in the kitchen at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, in the living room.
Okay, with
with Holly and the little girl and my sister.
So at no point in time were you by yourself?
Oh, no.
Closed out, came back, yeah.
Now, she also
Every
mentioned
now and again,
that you had
TikTok
the
is
onset
choppy.
of dementia.
Welcome back.
That's what she mentioned. Is that true?
No.
That's not true?
No.
Shout out to YouTube and Kick.
I taking medicine, but I don't have dementia. I mean,
Okay.
I might
Welcome
forget a
in,
little
whoever's
bit,
been
but
hanging
I
out.
was
Appreciate
outside.
you. Thank you.
When she went to go make a bottle for her in the kitchen, she said that there was a wall in the kitchen that you can't see into the living room, and that you were left by yourself with the baby, and that's the only time that she did not have any eyes on the baby.
Sir. No, sir. That is not true. Sir, she did not. I did not be in that front room with that baby by myself at all.
With conflicting stories from the two women, investigators questioned Doretta's sister, Doreen. Her statement validates one of their stories, but rips an entirely new hole in another.
This is a mom-in-law, I think. Mother-in-law. This is mother-in-law's friend.
And Holly stayed inside.
And Holly come out. She said, something's wrong with the baby's breathing. Can you come and check? So we ran into the house. The baby was in the carrier.
Exactly, Carrie. It's like
And,
when you push on the baby's head, it's like soft in the middle.
What do you mean? She said, well, she just stopped breathing right.
Like their bones are still developing.
And so she said, I called the mother and the ambulance, And so we stood there waiting for the ambulance to come. I stayed in the house with the other little girl. And my sister and Holly had went out to the ambulance. But as far as, I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Somebody
I didn't
lying.
hear nothing drop, fall, or anything.
Okay.
Her account confirms that she and Doretta were both outside, placing Holly alone with baby Cora inside the house. But her claim that the baby was found in the car seat rather than the crib raises new questions.
Did she say why she had the baby in the car seat?
No, she did say I was fixing to go get some diapers or something, and she said, but I have to wait here for the ambulance now and the mother.
Okay.
This creates a gap in Holly's account. Was she putting the baby down for a nap as she claimed, or preparing to leave with her? Detectives spoke to Holly's husband, Sam, who showed them Facebook messages from Holly that morning. She'd been planning to bring him a drink at work, writing,
Exactly.
"It'll be a minute."
You think
feeding
God
the
didn't
baby.
prepare for that? For a baby
Shortly
falling
after,
off a
she
bed?
dialed 911. After the ambulance left, Sam says she met him in person and told him the baby had a seizure
Yeah, you
before
know exactly
returning
what
to
you're
the
talking about,
house,
Carrie.
where police were waiting to speak with her. She then sent messages saying, "I'm scared our babies will be taken away. I didn't do anything. I don't abuse children." She also snapped a photo of one of the officers writing FML, an abbreviation which commonly means my life.
Why is she worried about her kids getting taken away or your kids taken away?
Just because DHS is going to get involved and they're not. No. Like I told her, if the baby had a seizure, they're going to be able to prove it.
It's an injury.
Yeah.
It's not a seizure.
It's a seizure that was caused by an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Speaking once more with Doretta, the detective wonders if
You
Holly is
old
telling
fool.
the truth or possibly shifting the blame.
She's lying about you being alone with her today.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because I had my sister there, and then
Do you have any idea why she's trying to say that you were by herself, or why she's
she
trying to
didn't
blame
wanna-
it on you?
I don't know. And that's exactly what my sister said that she'd do. I mean, my daughter would say. She said, Mama, she said she hurt that baby. And you bet that she's going to try to put blame on you.
He wanted to go get the kids.
How do you hurt a
Walked in and out,
2-month-old?
went around, and then she left too.
The most defenseless. Like, come on.
She wasn't supposed to.
He asked her to hang tight.
Holly is found walking 4 blocks away from the
Yeah, I
police
shoulda hang
station,
tight.
and they bring her back to confront her with everything they've uncovered.
Here's the deal. I just need you to tell me the truth so that I can try to tell the doctors down there what happened, okay?
Mhm.
There's certain things that you kind of lied to me about that were verified by other people, okay? The first thing is you didn't tell me that you had the baby in a car seat, that you were going to take the baby with you to go buy some diapers at the same time that you were going to take a drink or supposed to take a drink to Sam,
Yeah.
right? And during that time, you were the only one that was inside the house by yourself with the baby. You told me that Doreen and Doretta were both in the house
Mhm.
at that time. Whenever the baby started crying, then you went in there and freaked out, and then they went outside, okay?
Yeah.
They're both telling me different. Your mother-in-law got really offended whenever I asked her about her dementia. and got really upset about it.
Aveline.
That
Aquaman.
is very easily verifiable, which you said, you can contact my doctor, here's his name, blah, 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 here's the information. That it's really easily be verifiable if she does have dementia or not.
Right.
Okay? I just need you to be straight with me, and I don't feel like you are. If you're going to keep playing these games, you're just going to
In other words,
make it worse on yourself instead of just being honest with me. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay? I'm not trying to take your kids. I don't care about taking your kids. I care about finding out what happened and finding out the truth. That's all I'm after, is the truth.
You're going to keep doing, okay.
But you keep saying okay, but you don't want to tell me the truth about what happened.
It's not that I don't want to. I'm just trying to remember because I'm all frazzled because this is crazy.
As Holly continues
see
to
her wipe
withhold
the
the
fake
truth,
tear?
another detective
It's not that I
steps
don't
in
want
and
to.
takes a more direct approach.
We've already established the timeline.
Skin on
We
skin
don't know
contact,
what
that's
the
it.
kid- Okay. This kid has very bad injuries, okay, to its head. Okay. Something that only could have happened whenever the kid was with you today. Okay. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to not look like this monster sitting here that's not telling the truth,
Looks like a monster.
and be a compassionate young woman and tell us what happened with this child. Okay? If not, then I'm going to make you out to be the monster that you are. The baby's in surgery and may die. Do you want to be a killer or do you want to be remorseful? Are you a killer? Then tell me what
Does it
happened.
set like
This is your opportunity.
we're talking about a dead 2-month-old, and look at how like nonchalant she is. And woe is me. Oh my God. And her neck, where's her neck?
I'm listening, young lady.
It's like head, shoulders. Did your neck roll off the bed?
I put her down for her nap. That was true. It was in her crib. On the way back, Audrey had a toy on the
You got
floor.
that linebacker build.
And I accidentally tripped.
You should be.
Nope, I gotta I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Look at the change. Look at the change. Look at the change. Look at the change. This is the first time she's cried is 20 minutes into this video. So look, she's regular.
Audrey had a toy on the floor, and I accidentally tripped.
You should be. For lying.
I was just scared.
But I also need you to. You had all the opportunity to cry before. I'm sorry, I'm not very remorseful right now.
Yeah.
Because you sat here and lied. Okay. But I also need you to tell the entire story. Where you tripped, what hit her head, because something hit her head very badly. She has skull fractures across the whole back of her head.
Right.
Okay.
So start over and tell me what
I thought she was
happened.
was she
Tripped,
just
you tell me
crying?
Okay.
What she hit.
She right back to normal again.
Okay.
Boy,
I was
psychopath.
walking, like I said, from the crib, which is in my bedroom, toward, like out of the hallway into the living room. There was a big, like my son's big monster truck right there, and I fell over, and like I like tripped, and she fell out of my hand, and just hit the floor. Like I don't remember anything being underneath her head.
The bruising is, I wouldn't say cylindrical, but long.
Okay.
Like edge of the crib, edge of the wall, edge of. He's being serious about. I can give the doctors information about what happened.
No, I know. I'm just trying to remember if like there was anything under her head. All I know is I tripped and fell. Yeah, her head hit the trailer.
Tears dried up
part
quick.
was like
Holy moly.
And then what happened?
And then I
Boy.
picked her up and called 911.
Is that whenever she had the stiff arms and
And
had a seizure, like whenever she hit her head?
Yes. And her eyes were like doing bad and freaked me out. I didn't mean to fall.
So your first inclination of having an accident with a 2-month-old child was to save yourself and not
Yes, sir.
tell somebody what happened.
First inclination.
I was just
When I tripped my son.
The detective leaves the room to provide an update while the other remains with Holly.
And even if
Still
you
questioning
like,
how the baby
drop
could
your
have
child,
landed
which
on the
sucks, they're
same
not
toy
gonna
Holly
have
tripped over,
injuries all the
he
way in the
allows
back of
her
their
to
head and broken
demonstrate the
ribs.
fall.
Unless you drop them down to
and I guess
a
I
flight of
tripped and
stairs
fell,
or
because I remember my
something.
foot going like this.
That's
and then
crazy.
I get like, I guess my foot kicked it, and then when she fell like this on it.
So,
So now she
how
did
you-
fall on something now.
Did you drop
Okay.
her? Did you go down with her? Like how does that, like, show me exactly
Okay.
like how it went.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, so I tripped my foot, had her,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it kicked
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So then I fell, and I guess I let go of her
Mm-hmm.
because that's when she hit her head like that.
She is
Like, I
so
guess
calm
that's
describing
when
this.
That
Mm-hmm.
because that's her head.
But even if she landed on her, Sean, like
Did
I
you
think
drop
you'd
her
have to
from
like
up top?
throw her down
All
and
the way?
like jump on
Or
her.
what?
I think I had her like mid, and then I lost.
Especially with her
yeah,
soft
and then
body.
I lost my balance.
Then you dropped her as you were going down.
Yes. Yeah.
And so did you drop her completely from
Yeah.
both hands?
Mhm.
Okay. So she hit the floor.
And who drops
I
a
think
baby
she,
with
like-
both hands? When have you heard of that?
I think she hit the back of the toy, like on the trailer.
Like
I'll
it's
just show you,
the
it's a big,
secret pink diamond and you just
semi,
drop
like,
it. Oh no, I gotta catch it.
plastic truck. I wish I had a picture of it, but
Who drops a baby with two hands? I've never heard of this before.
but I didn't like purposely hurt her or, like purposely hit her on the floor.
And where is it now?
Huh?
Where is it now?
It's just in the living room.
Okay. Did you move it?
Yeah, we moved it.
Okay. Who's we?
Or I mean, I did. Yeah.
You said we.
Sorry. No. It was me.
The plastic truck and trailer was found at the home, though investigators noted that dust particles were present on top of the toy,
Ain't been
and it
touched in a
didn't
minute.
appear to have been disturbed.
Bruh, so that's supposed to
I
what
feel
it
like
did.
you're bullshitting me.
Okay.
All right, and I don't like it. Okay. Have I treated you like you're an idiot?
No.
Have I insulted you in any which way by treating you like you're an idiot?
No.
Don't do the same thing to me.
Okay.
That's exactly what you're doing, and I don't like it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to find that's different from
Here
what
come
you
the
have?
crocodile tears, y'all. Here they come.
So I've been really busy today.
Okay.
So I fell twice today, but
He's just falling all over the place, huh? He's just falling down.
the first
Professional
time
faller.
was this morning, before this accident, and she did not hit her head.
So you fell twice with her in your arms?
Yes. Yeah. And I
Lightning
usually
struck
don't
twice.
drink coffee.
Y'all.
I drank like 2 cups of coffee because I was tired and I've been like really shaky today and dizzy. So here's the couch. And like I said, I lay her like on the couch and I kneel, right? So after I changed her diaper and her clothes to the pink onesie with the black pants, I pick her up and I went to go throw the diaper in the trash in the kitchen. And
Man, Carrie, you're not
I
lying.
just kind of lost my balance. I was kind of like, I got really, really dizzy. And this time I had her like cradled. And I kind of just fell like straight down. And I sat there for a minute because I like saw stars. And then I got up. So I like clinched onto her. So she didn't fall. She didn't hit her head. But I just wanted to tell you that but that's not really pertinent to like her head injury
Okay.
per se.
She's got 2 skull fractures on
Okay.
opposite sides of the head.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
If you get hit on this side,
Yeah.
you're not going to have a skull fracture on this side. You understand? Again,
Yes.
stop lying to me. You understand? I don't know why you keep doing that.
The detective asks Holly to demonstrate again exactly how the baby fell, not once, but twice.
Like, you want me to drop this when she drops?
Drop it, yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
drop it.
All right.
It's not going to hurt my feelings any.
Okay. So, like, I had her, and I tripped, and she fell, like, right here.
Like that.
Yes.
And hit the
truck.
The truck. Okay,
Yeah.
and then second time?
Okay. So, I was on my side, and I think that time she hit, like, the right side. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it looked like she fell just straight down.
Mm-hmm.
not really any particular side. So that's where I'm kind of confused to why she has two.
This lady
whatever.
is pissing me off.
Two skull fractures?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you go to pick her up?
Yes. So I kind of did this, and I grabbed her like this, and I did this, and I got, like, I don't know how you would say that, like off balance.
Okay.
And just dropped her from
How?
here.
How'd you drop her?
Like this.
Like that? A second time? Dropping from even, how tall are you?
Like 5'6.5".
5'6.5"?
Yeah.
5 feet, 6 inches
Mhm.
is not going to cause a skull fracture to happen. It
Okay.
takes a tremendous amount of force.
Oh no, Carrie,
She either had to hit
I would go to
something
jail.
that's super hard,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
like this,
I couldn't sit
or
in these
you had to
interrogation
grab
rooms.
her,
I'll be
be so
whooping way too
frustrated
much
and mad
ass.
that you slammed her. You understand?
Yeah.
You can't change the laws of physics
I
as much as you
understand that.
want to. You can't.
Okay.
Okay, just like you can't change the
Definitely
gravitational pull and how
slammed
fast
the little
somebody
girl,
falls.
slammed her,
Mhm.
flung her around.
You cannot
definitely
change
did.
that.
Okay.
Okay? What you're telling me about just dropping her and her falling down is not going to cause that amount of damage.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I just wanted to
Okay.
tell you what the absolutely truth was.
Stop
so
saying
you dropped her
okay.
about halfway down, about 3 feet off the ground when you tripped, and she hit the
first time.
first time
And then
when
I
she
picked
hit
up.
the thing. You picked her up, and the last time you were fully up,
Yes.
you said you dropped her again,
Yes.
and that's what happened.
Yes.
And that's not going to change.
No.
With Holly now committed to her revised story, investigators
Carrie,
turn
you
their
would've-
attention to why she made an attempt to cover up the truth.
Why did you tell
We would have
anybody
hit
to
her a
begin
couple
with?
more times just to make sure.
Because I was scared to get locked up, but here I am.
Accidents happen all the time.
I know, but I only had
When you cover it up. Look at me.
Man.
I need you to stop crying right now.
Lock
okay?
'em up.
Because you've cried so many different times for so many different reasons that I don't even know if it's the truth right now that you're actually feeling remorseful.
I am.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. Like, how are you even able to look at that mother and just stone cold, not feel terrible or remorseful for what you did?
Like, I cried the whole way from my house to meeting her at the
Wow.
hospital. And her and her husband were already, like, bawling. I didn't want to add to that.
Though Holly repeatedly claimed she was crying over the incident, Cora's grandmother said that when she arrived to pick up the 4-year-old, it was Doretta who was in tears, while Holly appeared completely straight-faced.
I mean, I just feel like you
No,
guys
Carrie,
are
hold on. Let
thinking
me
of
tell
the
you, Carrie. Hold on,
baby.
Carrie. No. This is not the mother. So, this lady is babysitting 2 children from a family that she met on a Facebook moms group. She told the family that she would babysit the kids. They were paying her $300 a week to babysit the 2-month-old and a 4-year-old. And she only got paid once. This happened like the same week. This was all within the same week. This all happened.
Baby on the floor.
Honestly, I think that's what you
Crazy
did.
work.
I think that's exactly what you did. And you just don't want to say it because you're afraid of any consequences or whatever. But I honestly
Yeah.
think that's what it is. I think she was cranky. It's not your baby. You don't know what its normal things are.
Mhm.
Your anxiety kicked in. And before you knew it, you were doing something that you were like, holy crap, that's not what I meant to do. I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
And I hate that you think that.
You slammed the baby on the floor.
You're the one that's going to have to explain it to them. And you're the one's going to have to explain why A and B don't add up to C. The doctor at the children's hospital is going to tell us exactly
Yeah, she
what
wouldn't have made
happened
it to the
and how it
interrogation.
happened and how hard that the baby's skull was hit.
This wouldn't even be happening right
Okay.
now. They'd be interrogating
and
me.
young children, they are the hardest ones to break bones because they're not set like yours or mine. Their bones are still growing. They're really, really flexible. You really have to do something with a lot of force to be able to break their bones. You can't change that, and you can't hide that.
Like, I don't know what you're wanting me to do. I'm not going to
Want you
lie
to
and
admit
say
it.
I just dropped her because I'm mad. I would never do that on purpose, ever. Like, yes, I have anxiety. Yes, I have depression. I have all this stuff. I'm on meds for it. Crying does
I
not
look
bother
good
me.
in orange.
Like, my kids whine all the time. I don't hit them and I don't abuse them. I'm not an abuser. So,
You are an abuser, though.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
How do you
I
drop a
didn't
child
purposely
twice?
throw her or purposely drop her. Like, I'm already locked up. There's no point in lying to you or lying to the judge or whoever else I talk to. There is no point.
All right.
But I don't know why you're putting me in jail when I didn't do it on purpose.
Wow. So if I get drunk and get behind the wheel and kill somebody, why are you putting me in jail? I didn't do it on purpose.
Because I didn't want my kids to be taken away, and now they are.
Though she maintains this new version of events is the honest truth, a shocking revelation will soon shed an entirely new light on the case. For now, she's arrested and booked into the Kay County Detention Center.
Look at her.
5 days later,
Ew.
officers present a warrant to search her phone and face a new challenge.
What's the password to your phone?
Oh gosh, you would ask me that.
She was getting
I, like,
$1,300
don't
or
have it in my
$1,200 a
hand,
month.
So,
Crazy, Shy, ain't it?
I'm trying to remember. Sorry, it's kind of inappropriate. So
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so it's capital S.
Okay.
TAY. THE. FUCK. 29.
Who's the welcome
and then
in?
4
Thank you for the hard me.
Okay. So your password is a number on your phone because it pops up with a number. So does it also allow you to do letters? Because your password is just like any other phone.
Yeah.
So like whenever you click on the phone.
Yeah.
Still, Holly insists that her phone doesn't have a numeric password and never supplies one.
Yeah, damn
Investigators later obtain the correct PIN code from her husband, Sam. They discover that while at the crime scene, Holly made several internet searches, including can a seizure cause a brain bleed? Will a 2-month-old survive a brain bleed? And what happens if a baby has a fractured skull? But it's what Doretta told investigators during her interview that truly left them stunned.
Did she tell you before the same situation before has happened?
No, she didn't mention that.
I'm sorry, I'm bleeding.
So what's happened before?
Should I say anything?
Doretta hesitated, but after the detective pointed out that Holly tried placing the blame on her, she started to share what she knew.
Probably about, she had 3 other kids. She was married.
Okay.
Was a babysitter for this lady. And the lady brought the baby over. And Holly's husband was there too. So when the baby came, she brought the baby over, she put the car seat down on the couch and they had the blanket over it. I don't know, forget if it was a little boy or little girl.
Too shy.
She said the mom told her she don't have to take the blanket off because she sleeps all the time. Well, Holly took it off, and there was a bump on the baby's head. They called an ambulance, took the baby to the hospital. The baby died.
The case, which occurred in Oklahoma City in 2018, bears striking similarities that are impossible to ignore. She'd met the mom on Facebook and began babysitting her 3-week-old infant. 3 days later, Holly reported there was something wrong with the baby. She was rushed to the hospital where it was discovered the baby had multiple skull fractures and bleeding in the brain, resulting in her death. However, according to news articles at the time, police were unable to prove the injury happened under Holly's care, and no charges were ever filed. Now, in a case that echoes the past, baby Cora is fighting to stay alive. Still searching for answers, investigators follow up with Doretta and Sam, hoping Holly may have shared the truth with one of them.
Cora's injuries are not plausible from what she told us. Okay?
On what part?
On any of it.
Dropping the baby?
Yes. Yes. Dropping the baby being hit, all that stuff. It's not a possibility.
2023.
How she's telling me that it occurred is not a possibility. Okay? Now, I know whenever I spoke to you, you knew about the incident that happened in Oklahoma City. Okay?
You're a real one.
You didn't bring that up to me. So that's why I'm here is, has she told you anything about that? Has she told you anything about what happened in Oklahoma City? Because I'll be honest with you, the Oklahoma City thing, met somebody on Facebook, was babysitting, baby was in a car seat, head trauma,
This is her
skull
parents.
fractures, brain bleed.
The lady.
Did you question her about this after this incident?
I did. About this one?
Yes, like about the Oklahoma City and this, because, I mean, they're mirrored.
Like I said, I didn't find out about the truck until yesterday at the meeting, and then it clicked that you guys took it.
Yeah. I didn't know. I
She
mean,
told
I
her
didn't even miss
story.
the truck. I mean, it was there that morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the little girls told you, but she was out over here playing. So I don't know if they questioned her,
Mm-hmm.
if she was mentioned about something Holly followed. I don't know. I know y'all probably can't tell me
A
nothing.
big question that I have too, what she
Yeah,
said,
well, just-
because I know she was in there.
According to Cora's grandmother, she asked the 4-year-old if her sister had fallen. The girl initially said no, but later stated, the couch hit baby sister.
So all she's told you is just that
couch.
She went into the room, picked up the baby, came back out, tripped over the truck, and dropped the baby.
Dropped the baby, put her in the car seat.
Put her in the car seat. So just one time.
Yeah, all she said was one time.
Allegedly.
There's one message on there that I asked about it, and she wanted to know what I wanted to know, and I told her I want to know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she didn't drop the baby twice, and that you misunderstood her or something.
No, I didn't. She told me that.
See.
I did not misunderstand her.
I have the message if you'd like to see it.
She flat out told me
this is the mother
I
that tripped.
dropped the baby twice.
Allegedly.
If there's anything at all that she has told you where she's telling you what happened to Cora, you need to let us know.
I wish I had an answer for you.
You need to let us know. If she tells you anything about what happened in Oklahoma City, or if you know anything about what happened in Oklahoma City, you need to let us know, because I'm telling you right now, from experience, Oklahoma City and this is mirrored. It's mirrored.
Still, Sam insists that he was lied to and has no new information. In uncovered Facebook conversations with his brother, Sam expressed frustration
like
over
most
being lied
adults
to by
Tuesday.
Holly.
You're gonna
adding
take the
that
fall
he
for the
needs to
child,
cut
not
ties
let
and
the
contact for the
2-month-old
sake of his
take the child.
kids. Holly, meanwhile,
Have a
continued
good day,
to send him
Jalen.
texts
Thank you
from the jail's
for hanging
messaging
out.
system, begging him not to leave her. Whatever the truth about Cora may be, it isn't revealed in any of the messages.
I just don't know what could have happened, to be honest. I mean, then that.
What?
Yeah, they found
What is
it.
your opinion on what happened from what you think?
I don't think it was
Do
unintentional.
you really think that
It's not from a fall.
she beat the shit out of
I couldn't tell you. Only
I
she.
don't know what else.
Only she would be able to answer that question. But it's not how she's telling us that it happened.
Holly's refusal to give a clear account has left the truth about what happened to Cora a mystery. But against all odds, the infant survived. Cora's mother posted this video update to Facebook on August 29th, 2023.
It's Miss Cora. She's going to the Bethany Hospital today.
I want to see something real quick. I'll be right back, y'all.
We're so excited. Yes, we are.
While baby Cora suffers from ongoing health complications, she continues to persevere and celebrated her second birthday in April of
Praise God.
2025.
Yes, indeed.
Mackenzie
Baby
chronicles her
Cora.
ongoing recovery and continues to provide updates on her Facebook page, Cora's Journey. 26-year-old Holly Marie Shepard was formally charged with felony child abuse, placed on a $500,000 bond, and ordered no contact with minors. She didn't post bond and remained in custody, receiving only a temporary medical release due to her being pregnant, with a court order requiring her to report back to jail immediately after hospital discharge. The current placement and care of Holly's infant are unknown. On November 26, 2024, Holly entered a plea of no contest in Cora's case. She was sentenced to life in prison with eligibility for parole after 25 years.
Yeah,
In
pack her up.
2025, while serving her life sentence, Holly was separately charged with first-degree murder in connection to the 2018 death of a 3-week-old
Charge her
infant,
for that first
a
degree.
development that offered hope for resolution in the case after 7 years. She entered a plea of not guilty, and the case is still ongoing, with a hearing scheduled for October 2025. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel
Shout out to the
memberships here on
Eagle
YouTube also
Crew.
include early access to select new videos.
Eagle Crew. All right, I got the next one for you. Is called "Husband Vlogs Becoming a Killer." I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if my AirPods will work instead of having to use these headphones. I'll be right back.
I have 2 roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room, and she's still alive, and I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
I don't want to go without you. Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care what you did. I'm sorry about what I
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still hear me though. Because y'all might not be able to hear me anymore. I hope y'all can though. Yeah, y'all can't hear no more, huh? It's iffy and echoes. Yeah, let me just go back. I'm gonna put it back to where it was. Put it back to where it was. Idea, it was a good thought. It was a good try, y'all. I don't. Video will probably stop, but we'll put it back
says
on.
somebody shot a roommate. We need an
And we
ambulance.
should be good to go now, right? Okay, not yet.
Though the
Should
call
be
came
good to
into
go now,
Gallatin,
though, right?
an officer from the Belgrade Police Department is dispatched to the scene. There he finds 32-year-old Audrey Audie Butler waiting for him. She is the owner of the home and the one to make the devastating discovery inside only moments earlier before running to her neighbors for help.
Where are we at? What's going on?
Thank you, everybody.
I stayed with friends last night, and I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have 2 roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room, and she's still alive, and she needs help, and I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Okay, so you don't know if there's somebody else in the house?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay.
I need to get some. I need to get a wired headset, I think.
But Ashley's asked me for help, and I ran.
Okay.
With no idea what could be lurking
I'll
inside,
replace
the
these
officer
soon.
waits
I mean,
for
you can see
backup to arrive.
they're kinda
One
messed up.
apparent dead, one still alive. She said I
I've had it
ran
for a
out as
long
soon as I
time.
saw that. I have no idea if there's still anybody else in there or not. So that's what we got. She said this is open. I didn't see any footprints in the snow leading up here. So you ready?
Totally replacing everything, though. Upgrading everything.
Belgrade
slowly but
Police!
surely.
Police department!
Anybody inside, come out!
We're coming.
Belgrade Police, show me your hands! We got doors on the left and right.
Hello?
Hey!
Police!
No
Don't shoot me!
Who shot you?
No, please don't shoot me!
I'm not gonna shoot you.
Please don't shoot me!
Lying in pools of blood on her bedroom floor is 32-year-old Ashley Van Hamert.
Ashley, what's going on? Who shot you?
Nobody!
Oh, what happened?
I don't know! Please come here!
Who did?
I am the police!
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
Can you see me?
No.
Gotta get us
Can you
some
see
help,
anything?
dude.
No.
No?
No.
Phyllis,
Okay.
you can't see, bro. Like,
Please help me.
We're gonna help you,
Rapido,
okay?
like, come on,
Please
man.
help me.
We've got the medical people coming. Where do you hurt?
I don't hurt anywhere.
You don't hurt anywhere?
No.
Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do.
Can you feel me touching your hand?
No, I don't feel you touching
You don't
my
feel me touching your hand? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's clear that Ashley is in urgent need of life-saving care, and so the officers decide to carry her down to the
There you
ambulance.
go,
I
officers.
don't
Let's
want to go to the
go.
hospital.
Well, honey, you gotta go.
You got to.
We're bleeding from somewhere. We gotta figure that out.
Who's the most senior paramedic?
I gotta get her out of here, man.
We're not sure.
We have no
Sometimes the
idea.
questions can wait.
She just keeps looking this way. I don't see any obvious.
I'm not going to go.
You don't have a choice. We gotta get you up to the hospital.
I'm not going.
While Ashley is being examined inside the home, officers have made a horrific discovery in the room across from hers.
I got another person up here. I just want to make sure through you don't touch anything else if we don't have to. Of course. All right, let's back out.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
It's determined that 35-year-old Lauren DeWise is beyond help. She has visible gunshot wounds to her head, shoulder, and torso. The events that led to such a violent end would be revealed in the most unlikely place. A series of self-recorded videos documenting a man unraveling and his rage culminating in an unthinkable act.
Instead of just being a good leader,
I do?
Yeah.
he turns his woman off so she don't want him no more, and then he kills her.
This one?
Yeah. Well,
She
I'm not
don't want
sure.
it no more.
We're thinking of maybe a gunshot wound.
For real?
Yeah.
With Ashley
Instead
in
of just
critical
doing the things that
condition
you
and
did
on
to
her
get
way to
her.
the hospital, officers find Audie where she has been sheltering at her neighbor's house.
Yep.
Is Ashley alive?
I don't know which one Ashley is.
Well, the one that would be.
The one on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. She's being
Is she
transported to
gonna
the
be
hospital.
okay?
I don't know what's all happening, okay? Okay. Let me go grab my
And
car
if she
drive
was
up
in the
here so you
house,
don't
he probably
walk
would have
on me.
killed her
I'll be right there,
too.
guys.
She was another
So I'll
roommate.
just hang tight with you, okay?
You can't unsee that.
I know. I am so sorry.
Oh, that guy's such a crazy bastard. I just ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
593-206. No, you did
He
the
would
right
have killed
thing.
me if I had been home last night.
Audie had spent the night at a friend's, and when she returned home this morning, she found the back door
Imagine
was
that.
broken,
Imagine
and there
being
were
gone
boot
for
prints in
one
the snow of her
evening from your
backyard.
crib, and then
These
you come
boot
back to
prints would
that.
eventually play a critical role in unveiling the truth of what happened to Lauren and Ashley.
I can't live there ever again.
So who is he to you guys?
It's Lauren's ex-husband. Well,
Ex-husband?
current husband.
Current husband.
In process of.
And that's the gal on the left-hand bedroom? And what's his name?
Paul DeWise.
Okay, here, let's go out of here.
Is she dead?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, God.
Given Audie's assertion that 47-year-old Paul DeWise was the one to carry out the brutal attack on Ashley and his soon-to-be ex-wife Lauren, he's tracked down and detained as he heads home from church with his 3 children.
These things are killing me, man. I can't move my hand.
He's taken into the Belgrade Police Department for questioning, and his children, who will have their own story to tell, are placed with Child and Family Services. Though Paul was informed he was being detained, he's only been given a few details about what's going on.
The investigators have contacted me and asked me to bag your hands. What this means is I'm going to place these paper bags over your hands just to make sure that nothing interferes with your hands. Okay? So I need you to take your jacket off.
I have to keep my hands in bags?
What? I have to keep
Yes,
my
sir.
hands in bags?
Just
What do
over a
you mean,
year
bro?
earlier, in October 2017,
Little
Paul
twerk.
and Lauren DeWise had moved to Bozeman, Montana. Little did they know this decision would mark the
Little
beginning
weasel.
of the end of their relationship and Lauren's life. In one of his many self-recorded videos, Paul describes what sparked their move.
So my wife, she got a job at Rocky Mountain Bank in Plains, and she's great, and they loved her, and they promoted her to bank manager in Bozeman, even though she had no prior banking experience and she'd only been a teller for a year. There was a couple people on the board that hired her that were like, yeah, I don't think so, but they were overruled, and she's done an amazing job, and they love her, and she's going higher and higher.
You probably don't
It's
got a
unbelievable.
job,
She's in
don't got a
leadership
hobby,
Bozeman here.
don't run a
and now
business,
she's the
don't
number
do
one
nothing.
bank
But
manager
obsess
for
over
Rocky
her
Mountain
all
Bank
day
in the
long.
whole state.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Doing really good for herself.
Yeah.
Then, huh? That's awesome.
Doing awesome.
That's
So
cool.
we're having a lot of fun.
That's really
We're
cool.
very happy.
And from the outside, the DeWise family appeared perfectly normal and perfectly happy. Yet, as Paul's recordings would eventually
I bet
reveal,
$1 million
this was all a
this Paul
facade.
dude don't got a job.
Under scrutiny, there were signs of something far darker lurking below the surface.
Hi, Paul. My name's Justin. I'm with the Belgrade Police Department.
A man with no
Okay.
type of nothing other than, like
Have
Terry
your
said.
hands bagged up all this time?
Yeah, what's this about?
So, basically, just so that we can get things rolling here, what I'm going to do is ask for your permission. I just want to take a couple swabs of your hands to look for some gunshot residue. Okay?
Okay.
Is that something you'd be willing to sign off on? Yeah.
Paul's hands are swabbed, and he's read his Miranda rights.
What do you do for work?
I've been staying home dad for.
Yeah, what I say? How I know he don't do shit.
While Lauren worked full-time, Paul cared for their 4-year-old daughter,
How did I know
affectionately
he don't
nicknamed
do
Baby.
nothing?
Peter Piper picked a pick of pickled peppers. Where's the pickled peppers?
Because the man that been working all day long, he don't got the energy to be trying to kill you when he get off. He trying to get him a little
Elbows are
bruise,
so sharp.
a snack.
During the school year, Paul's 2 children from a previous marriage, 17-year-old Natalie and 15-year-old Joe, also lived with them in Montana.
And when you say your mom, your stepmom, right?
Yeah.
You know the kids are weird too.
I just
We
need
think
to
of her
clarify.
as mom.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie. Happy birthday to you.
Baby decorated with the candles. Thank you.
While Paul often captured wholesome and happy family moments, his recordings would take a troubling turn.
And we're going through transition right now, though, so.
Is that right?
Yeah. So.
What kind of transition?
We're separated.
Oh.
Yeah. And in fact, she was supposed to get baby today. So it's been tough.
Why do they call their
Investigators
daughter
would dive
Baby?
into the details of Paul and Lauren's
I guess that's their
separation
thing,
soon. But for
that seems
now,
kinda
they
weird.
finally address why they've brought Paul in.
The reason that I wanted to talk to you is there was some issues
You call
that
your wife
happened,
Baby and your daughter Baby too?
over at Lauren's house
I don't
this
know about
morning,
that.
and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you to see
I don't know about that.
if you were over there at all, if kind of where you were this morning, that kind of thing.
What happened?
Well, someone broke into the back door of her
Gary, that's what I was
place.
thinking. I didn't want to say it.
Is she all right?
I don't want to piss nobody off, but like, that's my
not
first
really.
thought.
She
Like,
isn't.
why are you calling a child Baby?
What happened?
Like, I get it, like, come here,
Well,
baby girl, or whatever, something like that, but
The person that came in
for that to be
ended
the
up
name you call her
shooting
all the
her.
time is weird.
So,
Sorry.
She's dead?
yeah.
She's dead. Oh, I can't.
So.
Oh my god. This is news to me. I don't know anything about
Exactly, Tuesday.
Complete
Exactly.
news, complete surprise. They told me when they picked me up they're investigating a homicide.
Hold on. Why when they told him that she was dead, he didn't look like he was. He don't look like he's sad about it. He like he gotta take a shit, don't he? Excuse my Swahili, but ain't that what it looked? He said, "Oh," when they told him. My stomach.
I did
bubbling.
not think I just. There's some weird stuff's been happening to me since I've been in Bozeman.
That's
So
what I'm thinking too. I'm not gonna
like,
lie.
geez,
Like that doesn't look like
you know?
somebody who's
Yeah.
sad about their wife being murdered. The wife that they're separating from that they don't want to separate from.
I understand this is very difficult.
Yeah.
Carrie, that makes sense. Because why would your hubby ever call
And
his
you know,
daughter's baby?
If, let's say, for...
Why would he
You
do
think
that?
I did it? I didn't do it.
Why would that be his daughter's
We
baby
gotta-
when
we
you're
gotta
his
look at
whole
the big man and
wife?
say you did it.
Never do anything.
What is he
I'm
gonna
asking
call you?
to give us any information that you can about anything, that happened, whether it was you or not.
Paul explains that there's no way he can be involved, and he can prove it. He was home all day except for a single occasion.
Gosh, it was late. I actually did go out. I went and got a 6-pack of beer around midnight.
I just
At,
want to punch this guy in his
Town
freaking
The
head,
detectives
man.
don't have to take Paul's word for it. His children, Joe and Natalie, both tell investigators a
Not my
similar
name, 'cause they be
story.
fighting.
So they
Exactly.
went on a beer run about midnight. What time did they get back?
Nah, he looks like he
Didn't
doesn't
take long.
care.
It's probably like 15, 20 minutes.
Surveillance footage from the town pump convenience store shows Paul entering the store to buy beer at 12:34. With his alibi established, Paul launches into a timeline of his deteriorating relationship with Lauren. What he may not realize is that he's also unknowingly narrating his own descent down a dark path.
Now it started in like July. She's going through like a midlife crisis, and she's staying gone. She's coming home late and drunk.
It was around this time, about 6 months earlier, that Paul began recording his conversations with Lauren.
You're constantly going out with other people. You're staying over late. You won't come home when you say you will.
He's just
You
obsessed,
avoid
Gary.
me every second you can. You stay away from me every second you can. You don't come around me. at all unless you have to.
It's just like whenever she's home, everything's very tense and uncomfortable because
And they're talking about this right in front of her too.
It's just all of a sudden, as soon as we moved to Bozeman, she just completely
With
changed.
the daughter giving a side
During
eye.
that time, Lauren was again coming home late and being kind of mean to us and not really wanting to hang out with baby.
Tell me about that.
She was like, she's just real snappy about stuff whenever she did talk
got
to
the
us.
kids
And she
brainwashed.
never really want to hang out anymore.
I don't know anything goes on in my house, right?
Well, if you say you've never seen me brush your teeth before.
Right, if I say that, I must not be paying attention.
Guess not, because I brush
That's
your
right.
teeth all the time.
Right.
Right?
So he just follows her around and records
Does she
her and
brush
just
your
talk
teeth all the time,
shit
baby?
all day long?
No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
Does she brush her teeth all the time? No, she doesn't. You'll plan nothing with me, and you're all about making yourself extra pretty in the morning, putting extra perfume on, and going off looking gorgeous every day, and you don't have time to come home to me. And you don't think about food for me, and you say, oh, I brought you lunch. You brought me lunch. I
This
asked
is a
you to bring me lunch.
child.
You've made supper 3 times since my kids came here, August 15th. 3 times you've made it. The last time was tonight. Yeah, there
You
was
sound
2
like
other
a
times.
baby.
That's
You don't
it.
make food for me.
You won't get groceries for us, shop for us. Everything you say.
Hold
you
on,
won't-
wait, hold on. Nah. So she's supposed to go to work full time. She's supposed to come home and cook for you. She's supposed to bring you lunch. She's supposed to go get groceries for you. She's supposed to pay for all this shit. And your job is to sit there and just follow her around with a camera and just record her? Nah, that's different. Hey.
Do for us.
I've made turkey. I've made spaghetti.
That's
I've made steak.
different.
I have made this
Joe
beef
made spaghetti,
sausage.
and then when guests came over and we didn't have enough noodles, you cooked some noodles.
I just made spaghetti.
Doesn't
the
count as
other
supper.
night. The other night, I just made spaghetti.
Right. But I'm not aware of that.
No,
because I just
you
live
have
here.
no idea.
No.
We
What?
ate.
So
Yeah,
what
I
are you
just live
supposed to
here.
do while she's doing all this,
Right.
bro? What is your job in this?
Brush her teeth every day. And baby says you don't because she knows who brushes her teeth.
day.
You did say
I say
that.
all the
It's on
time.
it's on video. Yeah. Okay, I'll take an hour. I'll take an hour. Right. I would love if you talked to me for an hour about my family. I would love if you talked to me an hour about me. I would love if you talked to me an hour about her. I would love if you would spend 1 hour of your life in a 24-hour period talking to me
wants
about
to be
anything.
around a
But
man
you won't
like
do
that?
it. You will have nothing to do with me. But I was like, well, she's going through a phase, you know. It's
Fellas,
just,
this is the most unattractive thing. Acting like this is the most unattractive thing you could do to a woman. This is the fastest way to get a woman to stop loving you, stop liking you, stop having sex with you, stop dating you. Act like this. If you want to get rid of a woman and you don't, this is how you do it, right? Act like this. I promise you, it will not take longer than 2 days with a normal, sane woman that's happy and confident with herself.
Whatever.
Just act like this and you get
And I
rid of
really
any woman in the world. I
didn't get too
promise you.
concerned until we weren't getting along after I hurt my knee.
Okay. This knee injury occurred during a shocking altercation over the summer. Paul explains that he'd taken his and Lauren's daughter out for a walk along a nature trail. She'd stopped at a fence where 2 dogs were barking.
Me and David were walking, and some drunk lady got tired of her dogs barking at us, and she turned them on us, and then a guy came out and attacked me, and like a bunch of his family members came out, and it was just really,
This
it
dude
was
is so
intense.
damn
He tackled
annoying,
me,
man.
hurt my knee.
Paul's habit of recording meant that he captured some of this altercation on video. His footage picks up after he was tackled.
We just got attacked by these people's dogs.
Angela, thank you for the love
This
you
is
so
my
much.
baby. Baby, did you think that dog was gonna get you? I did too.
And he got his kids
and
out
then
there doing.
this man attacked me behind the dog after this woman. Baby, I'm sorry. I withdrew my knife to defend myself against this man who took me down
walking around with a
single leg
kitchen
takedown.
knife?
As the last resort, when my back was on the floor, I struck up with the knife. I struck the man. They pulled the dog away.
Yeah, he would have
Now
got
the
shot.
dog's gone.
Maybe not in front of his daughter.
You okay, baby? I'm so sorry. These people,
I feel so
they
bad. for
turned
that
their
little
dog
man.
out of the fenced yard. It's now closed once again. But the woman came down turn their dog out of that yard onto my daughter and myself. They threatened us when we tried to walk by. They threatened us and said, obviously the dogs don't like you, what are you doing here? But we're walking on the nature trail with my daughter.
The dogs were not on the nature trail, they were in their yard.
You need to put right.
Knife away.
It's all going to come out, isn't it? And your dogs need to be put down, and you need to be run out of town.
Crazy.
You came up and kicked me, sir.
I did, because you were aggressive towards me, following your dog, just trying to get my daughter.
What's going on out here?
Right, how could I possibly kick you if you didn't rush me?
You know what?
You know exactly what you did.
You just stabbed me, sir.
Yeah, I did. Let's get out of here.
Are you some kind of doper? Are you crazy or what?
The cops are coming for you. You're crazy.
Wow.
Serious?
You guys are going to be out of here. I'm so glad you've been uncovered for what you are. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm very serious.
You come into my yard and
I wouldn't be
in your
arguing
yard. I was
either.
on a trail right here.
Susie pulled that knife. Susie pulled that knife out with it.
and you stabbed me?
Yeah, right. Keep walking, baby.
Serious, man?
Keep walking.
Exactly. They didn't
You're
turn
doing
that.
good, babe. Just keep running. It's okay.
He got his daughter running.
Away from the situation here.
The dog's owners had in fact...
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but does he have the little girl pushing the stroller talking about some runaway so he can film? This has to be the worst I've seen. This has to be the worst I've
and
seen.
it only takes a few moments for them to arrive.
He got the little girl running and pushing the stroller that she was sitting in.
I dropped it.
Get on the ground now! Do not move!
It's okay, baby.
Hand behind your back!
It's okay.
Hand behind your back! Do not move!
It's okay, baby.
Hey, do not move! Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand. It's okay, baby.
Just traumatizing that child. Just traumatizing this child.
I got it.
man.
I got it. Everyone stay back.
Paul was handcuffed, giving everyone a moment to calm down. He was soon released, and both Paul and the dog's owner spoke to the police about the incident.
So our dogs were barking, and he stood there for about 5 minutes, and we just said, hey, our dogs are kind of barking. Would you mind moving on? And unfortunately, my dog squeezed through the fence, and then he just threw his knife.
And that's when that man ran, because I pulled a knife out on the dog, and he thought that I wouldn't use the knife on him to defend myself. And that was a judgment mistake that he made. I'm not thinking like I'm some bad that's gonna, attack somebody. I'm thinking I gotta save my baby.
Right.
The man Paul stabbed ended up needing 5 stitches in his arm. Following an investigation, police determined that since the incident occurred on a public trail and the dog's owners first approached Paul, they believe he acted in self-defense. The man was issued citations for assault and an animal at large. Yet in text messages exchanged between Lauren and Paul, Lauren shared her frustration with him over his choice to engage with the dog's owners, writing, "You chose to talk back to her and make the dog an issue." The couple had already been struggling, but Paul's actions and resulting injury only escalated the growing tension between them.
Right now, she's just punishing me, and I just have to because when I hurt my knee, I was really depressed, and I was in a dark place, and she was really not that worried about it. She was she was mad at me for getting hurt. Because I've had 2 big injuries with 2 big surgeries in the last 6 years where she's had to take care of me.
Paul ended up tearing his ACL and had to get his meniscus replaced.
So when you go to the physical therapist and you go to the doctor and stuff, they tell you that you have to massage the area so that it'll get better. His thing was that he wanted her to do that for him.
Okay, hold on real quick.
Area
Hold on real quick. I'm sorry I keep pausing it, y'all, but look, listen. Reach down and touch her knee right now and tell me how difficult that is. He's mad at her because she wouldn't rub his knee, his surgically repaired knee. I get it, you might want her to rub it for you, but if she don't want to rub it for you, bro, just reach down there and rub your damn knee,
get better. His thing was that he wanted her to do that for him, to help him.
And you won't rub my leg, and the doctor told you to do it. The doctor showed you how to do it. And you said you would do it, and you won't do it. And it's medically necessary, but you won't do it.
Harry, exactly.
The world that I live in,
I'm not your freaking
humans
nurse
have
or
2
your maid.
hands, and it's normal for them to do a job with both hands. But
what are you doing with your 2 hands, dude? This dude is so.
You only use one hand.
Man.
And I guess that in that world, I realize that it's because you just don't give a about me.
How many times do I have to tell you that I just want to go to sleep?
I don't know. How many times do I have to tell you I just want you to rub my leg? All of a sudden I'm a bad guy because I want you to rub my leg so that I am not crippled. But don't worry, I won't ask you for tonight.
Oh my God, will you please lower your voice? You're so loud.
I'm sorry I'm so loud.
During that time, like, that's when he really needed my mom to be there to support him. And it's weird because that was the time when my mom was like, never around.
Paul's knee wasn't the only source of stress on the couple.
body
Another
is
came in the
soft, the
form of a
hands are
second
soft.
strange incident. Though he had been renting an Airbnb
hair is
room out of the
thin.
couple's home, this had recently come to a dramatic end following an altercation with a guest.
We had an incident, and Lauren was drunk. There was a guy at my house that was cutting safe deposit box keys because he had a book. It was like a treasure book that, this guy buried $1 million somewhere. Suppose they were putting in a chest somewhere. And he was convinced it was in a local bank.
Okay.
I don't remember what bank. And then she got out her bank keys, and she's showing him the keys. And I kept telling her, stop talking to this guy. She could lose her job.
Mm-hmm.
That guy got in my face and got aggressive with me. And he told the police that pointed
Ain't
a
no
gun in
woman
his
letting him
face,
touch it. His own wife ain't
which I
letting him
didn't
touch it.
do. But he told Airbnb that as well.
Both Paul and Lauren provided statements to Airbnb to try and explain their side of the story.
Dave got up off the couch to confront Paul about it, told him that he was being dumb
forcing
and
her to make videos.
called him an idiot. And Paul went into the bedroom and then came back out
Tracy, this is husband
with a
vlogs
weapon
becoming a
to
killer.
defend himself and his
Tuesday,
family
thank you
against
for
this
the
person
DJ
that we don't know.
It's very upsetting. I'm very.
for the heartbeat,
I keep having
Tracy,
flashes
Carrie, Jay.
in my head of his
Appreciate
face
y'all.
just appearing here. Can you tell him what I
And the
did with
popular
the
vote
pistol when I came out?
He just had it right here on behind his back,
Tuesday, thank
like
you for
this.
the
He didn't point
hearts.
it in anyone's face. He just had it to defend himself in case Dave decided to come at him. He had it to protect our family.
Oh, good,
I'm
Carrie,
not
no worries.
an unstable person or.
I'm not an
I
unstable
don't know.
person, he says.
I wasn't at fault. This guy, he's not right. Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul felt that he was threatened by Dave.
Did you feel like I was threatened by Dave?
Yes, Paul. Yes, Paul felt he was threatened by Dave.
You hear how she's saying that?
Did you think I was threatened?
Yes, I did. He stood up and confronted you, took 2 steps
Tuesday,
forward.
Thank you for the
Regardless
swan
of their
and the
attempt to
corgi. Shake that little
explain the
corgi butt.
situation, their Airbnb was canceled.
Thank you,
This
love. I
incident
appreciate
did
you.
nothing to quell the growing strain in the
corgi.
DeWise home.
The
Really
corgi
started getting
twerk, baby.
worse after the kids
Shake that
got
little
here in
corgi butt.
August. So I'd say by
Oh,
September.
wait, does it still work? I don't
Started
know
getting
if that works
bad.
anymore.
You go shopping for clothes, and I'm wearing rags.
The most
You get me? No. But look at what I buy. I bought the table. I bought the play set.
How did you buy
I bought
anything
the
with no
scales,
job?
The popcorn maker, the microwave. I got the stand from. Bought the pepper mill. I bought the spices, the mixer, the jars. I've bought almost everything. You
Except
look
the
around.
house.
I have bought almost everything. Went to Big Sky to buy that table, and yet I wear rags. I need shoes for years. What do you buy me?
So
Nothing.
if you're buying everything, why don't you just
Because
go
you
buy
don't
some
give
fucking shoes?
about me. And I'm the bad
Tracy,
guy.
thank you for the share.
And that's the thing. That's why I want to record
Angela,
it.
thank you for
Because
the love you
it's
so much in the hot
crazy.
puffs.
It's insane. And
Thank
the
you,
only
love.
way anybody would believe
And the
it is
finger
to
heart.
see the video, because you are so good at conning everybody. You're so sweet and so kind to everybody except for me and your house where you're comfortable. And you treat me like and you call me names and you constantly aggravate me and you attack me
aggravate
and you degrade me. Okay, so go ahead. Tell me how evil I am now. Because I accidentally turned off the camera.
Just leave me alone. And
I'm
stop
not bothering you. You said you were going to leave.
Just stop
Yet,
talking,
despite
bro.
the animosity between them, it was around this point that Paul sent Lauren a message reading, "I am obsessed with you and our marriage, and that fact that you don't care is killing me."
I really appreciate
Does it work?
that you said to our daughter that I don't care about her.
It works.
And that I would consistently hurt her feelings. I really appreciate the fact that you involved our daughter in our discussion.
It did not work.
She didn't need to hear any of that. There was no need for you to say any of that, and you are just being mean. You have no right to tell our daughter that I don't care about her.
Sounds
I
like your
didn't tell
ex,
her you didn't
Tracy.
care about
Yes,
her.
you did.
No, I told her you didn't care about her feelings. Because you don't care about her feelings. You're a
Dude, shut
parent.
up.
You're supposed to
No,
give her a
It's
bath.
time to take a bath.
Right.
If I don't want a bath, can I skip it tonight? Sure,
Right.
you can.
Of course you
She
did.
doesn't need a
It's easy
bath
for
every
you.
night.
Right, yes, she does need a bath every night because she's a baby and she's in dirt and
So
mud
just go
and
give her a
sand
bath,
every
bro.
day.
Like, what? Okay,
And she-
man. Like, am I missing something here? Isn't it two parents? Isn't it two parents in this household right here? Like, so why does he keep telling her that she had to do all of this and this and this and this and this? Like, bro, what are you? She's at work all day, bro. What are you doing? I don't understand.
She gets sick.
And then you talk to
And
the
what you
kids
do to
about it, trying to
prevent-
bring
I'm
the
not
kids
yelling.
into it.
No, I'm not. And I'm recording this to prove I'm not yelling. And I'm cussing like I'm talking to you as a normal person to prove that I'm being normal with you because you're full of. I am trying to bathe my daughter.
Nah, Carrie, because in the 1940s, the women weren't out working. It was the men that were out getting the bread. And the women were homemakers. So it can't even say like the 1940s because he ain't doing shit. He's just sitting at home complaining.
Because you
whining.
refuse to care for her. It's disgusting and it's unhealthy and they can lead to disease. But you.
And then I'm sorry, I keep pausing it, but like this is really triggering me. Guys, let me give you a word of advice. Let me give you a tip. And if you want a woman to, do all the things that you think a traditional woman should do, you have to be a traditional leader, meaning she don't have to worry about nothing, meaning that she's safe and secure, meaning that she's not worried about the light bill, the phone bill, the this bill, to that bill, the groceries are taken care of, the house is good, she's not worried about rent, none of those things, and you're courting her still, you're making her feel special, you're doing all these things. If you lead the proper way, like traditional men of the past used to, you have that masculine core, trust me, she will do all those things willingly. She won't mind getting off work and cooking for you because she loves you. She's talking about you at work all day long anyway if she's in love with you. Dang, I can't wait to go home and see my man. Oh my God, he's so great. Oh my God, girl, he did this. This is what they do. This is what they do. Not you trying to make her feel bad and twist and convert and cajole and I'm going to force you to do this. I'm going to force you to love me. I'm going to make you feel bad and to love me. I'm going to pity, like, it doesn't work. It doesn't
think
work.
That's not true. Right, leave you alone. Right, because I'm bothering you. I'm bothering you by telling you facts.
Exactly. Carrie.
So as things were getting worse, was it ever a physical
Tuesday,
type of issue? Or
they couldn't even have their name on a car or
That's
none of that.
every once in a while.
Pushing.
Yeah, every once in a while she'd push me or throw something at me.
Once again, Paul's children agreed with him.
And then he was pushing my dad around. And he has his arm
I'm glad you got out too, Tracy, honestly.
his wrist still
Really
hurts
glad.
him.
And the bottom of your feet are dirty. And you don't even wash the bottom of your goddamn feet. You don't wash yourself, and you go to bed filthy. Did you even take a bath today?
But you married her,
Probably
though.
not.
This morning.
Of course you didn't. Why would
said
you?
this morning.
Because, you go to bed dirty.
Leave me
And that's
alone.
gross.
Would you-
Normal
But
people
you
don't go to
married
bed
her,
dirty.
though.
Leave
Like,
me
what are you?
alone.
I'm leaving you alone. All I'm saying is it's gross that you go to bed dirty every
I'm leaving you
night.
alone, but I'm recording
It's
you talking
disgusting.
shit.
You just care about going to work clean. Because the people that are most important in your life aren't your loved ones. They're the people
My
you go to
son
work
and
for.
put backs that
Which
had
is
light.
why I think you're cheating on me. And if you're not cheating on me, you'll be cheating on me soon.
This accusation was a constant concern for Paul.
I know her husband accused her of cheating on him all the time. This has been going on, I guess, for years. This has been a thing.
Did she ever say she was cheating on him or not?
No.
He's
Well,
not.
I think.
Why
I'm
would
pretty
she
sure
cheat
told
on a
me no,
maniac like that? Why would she risk
had
it?
Never cheated on him.
While this may have been
Why would she
true,
risk it?
an
Even if she
incident
wants
in
to get out,
November
why would she
confirmed
risk it
Paul's
if she's gonna
worst
stay there?
fears.
Did you ever actually catch her with somebody else?
Yep.
Oh,
Lauren had told Paul she was at a bar with
never
some
mind.
of her
I stand
coworkers.
corrected.
Like she's nice to me, and it was weird because she had been very nice to me lately.
Lauren's
And
on the
it's
Badu
suspicious.
app.
And I
Oh,
went and I waited there, and she came out
How'd you know that she was in Chicago?
Her phone, we both shared our locations on our phone.
Paul didn't go alone. He brought his 15-year-old son. Joe explains that they watched Lauren get into her vehicle with another man.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go look at my right. So he goes and looks, and she's making out with that dude. And then we're like, and then my dad pulls her off of him and tells the dude to get out of the car. And then my dad comes back and he's like,
people like that don't stop to eat. Oh, literally.
They were making out. Like,
I opened the door and I
Paul need his ass whooped.
Was like, what are you doing? And I was talking to the guy. I was like, this is my wife. We have 3 kids. And I'm like, I pulled her out of the truck and she could barely stand up. She was so drunk. And the guy came around and started attacking me. So I fought him off, and I had to fight him off over and over.
You ain't fighting nobody off.
The other
bro.
man
Joe
eventually
weak ass.
shared
You're
his
not fighting
recollection of
I
events.
don't believe you fought anybody
and I had
off.
walked her out to her car, and her husband jumped me, claiming that I had an affair with her, and that, which is absolutely not true. And then actually come to find out, Lauren had said that he was accusing her of having affairs with a handful of people.
Did you and Lauren ever do anything physically together?
No, we did not.
Did you guys ever kiss?
No.
Did you guys ever have...
No.
Despite
We
this
never kissed,
altercation,
but we
the
had
man
sex.
declined
Like,
to press charges
sometimes
against
these
Paul.
officers, man.
Still, the incident led to an explosive
I get
fight
you
in the
gotta
DeWise
ask her,
home
bro.
that night.
Did you guys continue to talk that out?
No, I didn't. But when we got in the house, Natalie was just freaking out about it.
That night, I just kind of had this horrible breakdown. I was like on my knees, and I never scream at my parents. Like, I never talk back to my parents.
I doubt that.
Yelling at her, I'm like,
I doubt that.
how did you do that?
Once again, Paul recorded this intense interaction.
Tell me to stop, Joe! Tell me to stop hitting you! How easy is that? He told me to stop. Did you stop kissing him? No! He wouldn't have been there! You would have kept going! You would have kept going!
The daughter crazy.
Like you have been!
The son crazy.
Like you've been cheating!
No, I haven't been cheating.
If you have, Lord, how can you look at me and say that? And expect me to believe you!
Baby, I got it on the phone right now. I got it on the phone. I'm texting this mother. I'm texting her.
Anybody! I don't want to hear it! I don't believe you! No one believes you! Stop talking!
Paul had taken
got the
Lauren's
kids
phone
involved.
and was messaging the man she'd been in her car with. Pretending to be Lauren, Paul wrote things like, I told him if he says anything, I will say he hit me. He had never hit me, but that's how I control him. And, I love my family. You took advantage of me because I was drunk. I feel guilty for wanting to and making him jealous and threatening him when he gets pissed at my bull. He's the best man I've ever known. Do you know he was airborne infantry? He was a wrestler and a boxer. He is a bat. I love that.
He wants to get the story straight.
What?
He doesn't want anybody to know how long it's been going on.
It hasn't been going on at all.
All right. How come he's not saying that?
Say that?
He kissed me tonight, and that's it.
Right.
I am sorry!
Premeditated
I
act.
was wrong!
You were aching to do.
I was wrong! I was wrong!
You.
I was wrong! I was wrong! I did the bad thing!
Your daddy is rationally her over. I'm her so hard right now. You have no idea.
This recording would reveal much more, eventually coming back to haunt Paul. Following this incident, though, Lauren wrote Paul a letter saying, I do not deserve you. I am a very bad person. I ruin everything. You deserve someone way better than me.
You know, that was a turning point because that was the first time I started actually going to see if she was where she was. That had never happened before.
However, those around Lauren, including the second man Paul caught her with, say that even before this incident occurred, Paul would frequently check Lauren's location and show up at her work or other events.
Basically, he stalked her. We'd be going to an event and be walking into a building or something, and she'd be like, "Oh, there's my husband. Oh, there's my husband." And so, almost every single event that we went to, he would drive by.
In fact, Paul's paranoia was so great that he put
he don't
trackers
have
in Lauren's
nothing
vehicle.
going on in his
in
life
text
at
exchanged
all.
between Natalie and Joe, the two discuss
Ladies,
a
stay away
package that
from
had
men
arrived
like
for
this
their
at
dad
all
on December
costs.
20th, 2017. Inside, they found a
Especially the
GPS
older
tracking
they are.
device, which Joe had watched Paul install in Lauren's vehicle. This pattern of behavior would only escalate in the coming months,
not
likely
involve
exacerbated
yourself
by
with men
another
like
incident.
this.
It was the next day. I caught her in the car with one guy, and then I caught her right here in the parking lot with another guy.
Paul again brought his 15-year-old son with him, who recorded part of the confrontation.
Here she is, another man. So, he's another good-looking man.
Paul also recorded a short video of Lauren that evening.
Harry, thank you for the share.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
This time, Paul's rage leaked out of the home and into the eye of the public, as
Damn,
Audie,
Tracy.
Lauren's friend and roommate, told investigators.
We put a post on Secret Bozeman, like Ask Bozeman or whatever, the thing that has like 10,000 members. And I mean like 4 paragraphs, and this is a picture of my wife.
In the Facebook post, Paul wrote that he had caught Lauren with 2 different men, and that when he asked her to move out, she didn't shed a tear, and that she is the best liar he has ever known. Mid-November, Lauren asked to move into Audie's house, where Ashley was also renting a room, leaving Natalie, Joe, and Baby with Paul. She had no idea the devastation that this choice would bring. While interviews are taking place, Ashley was flown to the University of Colorado Medical Center in Aurora, where it was reported that her condition was bleak. With Ashley's survival unclear, Audie discusses the night Lauren first moved in.
The next morning, she had like 37 messages from him.
Yeah, the trauma bonds,
And
Tracy.
some of them were like, I'm banging on your door. Why don't you open this door? And like,
I couldn't.
house, Lauren. Like, you
I
got
couldn't
to
feel
understand,
comfortable
this is
with
not
somebody that
safe,
doesn't
it's
love me
not
for
okay.
real.
And she said, don't,
That's just not the man.
don't ever come back
You wanna
here.
go?
And she was
I'll
very
hold the door
against
open for you.
getting any sort of law enforcement involved because she's terrified.
How'd things go between November 16th and
Even when it
now?
hurts.
It was up and down. It was like basically like at first I was angry and I was
Probably,
like,
especially when it
glad
hurts.
she was gone, and then then as I thought about it, it was very upsetting, and I was like very upset. And I'd send her a lot of
Best things
pathetic
are never
texts and
easy,
stuff.
Tracy. Never.
If Paul had been struggling prior to Lauren moving out, the separation sent him spiraling.
I'm driving and I'm crying. I don't want to go without you. I don't care what you did. And I'm sorry about what I did. Just please come home. And I love you.
And it just got worse. Like she didn't care about us anymore. And my dad, he was hurt and he didn't understand. And he got depressed and it's like they were married for 11 years. Their marriage was perfect. She's so
Perfect.
very lucky to have my dad.
I'm sorry.
She's very lucky to have your dad.
Sorry. I was so angry. We have a family. We have a family.
Tracy's like, damn, all this shit. They all act the same, don't they?
Paul also sent Lauren videos of the children.
How do you feel like about what happened?
I'm upset. I'm mad. I don't understand. It's overwhelming.
Like, it makes me mad and angry and sad.
I feel the worst
What
for
does?
her.
Like Mommy does.
Oh.
Yeah, because she doesn't love us anymore.
But they're
Like
just
you,
normalizing this for
Joe,
this
and
little
Natalie.
one.
I have a new perspective now. You can, make dinner late, or you can not want to talk to me, or you can make baby cry, or I don't know, all the little tiny stupid that I would be critical about. I'm sorry, I wasn't more understanding.
I think he texts her craziness every day.
Every day.
Yeah, I'm looking at myself as I talk to you. I don't look very attractive anymore. I don't blame you for not being attracted to me. Good night, Lauren. I hope you sleep well. And maybe you can go with me tomorrow for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever you want. Good night.
Though Lauren had already stopped sharing her location with Paul, he still continued to try and find her. On December 2nd at 3:29 a.m., a location services event was recorded on Paul's phone where he conducted a GPS fix from Apple Maps with the description, Lauren DeWise. No GPS position was recorded during this event. Even without her exact location, Paul still found her. In one video, he recorded the moment he spotted Lauren's vehicle in the distance.
I mean, it's pretty bad when you're driving drunk on the highway. I mean, I'm assuming he's wasted. There it is. See, that's my truck. I don't know if you can see right there. It's the headlights. That's the top. Well, hope you go to jail.
He's got pictures
So
of
he
the phone.
called the
Looks like
police
he
on
was
his
stalking Lauren.
What do you call it? Stalking.
Keeping an eye on Lauren, I guess. You know, over there in the middle of the night, taking pictures of cars in the driveway and license plates. And
Paul had taken photos of Audie's house as well as Ashley's vehicle.
I feel like if my husband were to ever, you know, decide to live in a friend's house, like, I don't know where he is. I'd be worried, you know, so I don't really see anything wrong with it.
Paul's stalking also extended beyond Lauren. There were photos that showed he had followed and was watching one of the men Lauren had been caught with. Paul also had screenshots of a GPS tracking unit near Audie's house, and his internet search history included multiple instances of him looking up Lauren DeWise and Audie, as well as How Should I Have Picked Up My Dentist Receptionist, 20 Ways to Make Your Wife Fall in Love with You, Monksbane, and Revenge Laws. Once Lauren had moved out, those around her revealed what she told them about hers and Paul's relationship.
Audie came up to me afterwards and said, "Can we talk?" I said, "Sure." And she started talking about this friend of hers that's been getting beat for the last 10 years. And I gave her my advice from the restraining order standpoint and all this other stuff. And finally she looks at me and says, "It's Lauren. Paul's been beating her for the last 10 years. After the realization, you start realizing, oh, that's why Lauren came in a number of weeks ago and her arm looked like it was broken because she couldn't even use it because bastard punched her so hard."
She came in and she had visible bruises on her arm, like very visible bruises, and I had a very personal conversation with Lauren. I was like, "Look, Lauren, those look like hand marks. They look like hand marks." And she's like, "Oh, no. I fell. I was going out to my backyard and I had tripped over the patio or some barrier and hit a sprinkler."
Oh, that was a black eye. It wasn't that she fell or whatever she said she did.
One of Paul and Lauren's neighbors claimed to have witnessed an incident that occurred before Lauren moved out.
And as I pulled home, I was looked to the door, and he's yelling at her. She's on the couch crying, and they had the pull-out couch. He probably kicked her out of the bedroom. And
Lauren was on the couch?
Lauren was on the couch. She's crying. He's yelling at her. And then I was in my room, and I'm kind of looking out through the window, and I can see him, and he's folding the couch onto her.
Okay,
so
it was pulled out.
Yeah, it was pulled out, and he's folding it back in and just beating her, basically beating her with it.
Earlier in his interview, Paul had discussed Lauren's allegations.
When she separated, she was screwing around with me, and she decided to make it look like I was a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that
I
was
the
abusive,
smaller guys, I guess, that have to go
and
through
she
it
even
too.
told Natalie, I was abusive. I mean, we're always there together.
I just can't imagine.
She told Natalie I threw knives at her. I've never thrown a knife at anybody.
And then he just threw his knife.
Okay. I thought that I wouldn't use the knife on him to defend myself. Okay. And that was a judgment mistake that he made.
But I've never witnessed that. Like, I've never been around when that has ever happened.
Despite these denials, Paul's own recordings reveal a far more turbulent reality hidden behind the closed door of the DeWise home.
And I will always remember this day. I will always remember what you did to us.
To you?
Yeah, you destroyed her family.
I destroyed her family?
Yeah.
You did.
Who hit me?
You!
Who hit me? You started.
That's easy to say, isn't it? That is easy to blame. That is easy. Easy!
It's my fault being vulnerable because he hit me and I couldn't stand it and I couldn't handle it.
Right.
So I suffered for it.
Right. But did you do anything?
No, I didn't. Because once you get hit for so many times, once you experience that, you experience being hit for so many times that you feel like you're a piece of and you feel like you are
I wouldn't be arguing with this teenager.
You can be hit so many times and you
Shut
give
your little
in
ass
and you
up.
give in and you give in.
Probably because you made him feel that.
But I have a bruise on my arm that will never go away. I have bruises on my arm right now that will never go away. Do you see?
Though he likely didn't intend to, Paul recorded himself responding to these allegations.
And then she hurt me, and I retaliated physically because my emotions and my words, my true feelings, didn't mean to her.
You took an alarm clock, you threw it at my face, and you hit me in the eye. You threw glasses at me. You've choked me in the bathtub. You beat the out of me when I was pregnant with baby. I was 5 months pregnant with her. But if it wasn't who you are and the fact that you hate who I am, it wouldn't come out because I've been drunk and I've never, ever hurt you. And I've never hurt anyone. You do not like me. No, you don't. You've always wanted to change who I am. So true. From the fact that I stick out my tongue when I eat, to the way I dress now.
This isn't the only time these recordings would catch far more than Paul anticipated. However, future revelations would be even more damning. The turbulence of their marriage persisted during their separation, with Paul continuing to record most of their interactions.
And we should have got a divorce. You should have just stood up for yourself. And you should divorce me then. And we would be having this conversation now. You've always been against me. And I'll be glad to get rid of you.
Despite this statement, Paul wrote Lauren a long letter apologizing and telling her that he needs, quote, the Lauren of my dreams. He also bombarded her with texts such as, I'm crazy now, great job, you are killing me, and you have pushed me over the edge. Unfortunately, no one knew how true this statement was, or just how close Paul was to going over the edge.
You want a divorce. That's what you want, Lauren. I know you.
A big part of me does.
I know that. What's stopping you?
Loyalty.
Loyalty to me?
Yeah, and to the kids. And I love our family. That's what's stopping me.
I'm sorry that I ever said anything to you. Like, I said, I'll ruin your job. I was
How
angry.
you gonna run a job?
I was
How the
upset.
bills gonna get paid?
We won't get a divorce. I'll try. I'll try again. I'll try again. I hate you, but I love you.
Perhaps it was this hope that Lauren would eventually try again, which kept the full magnitude of Paul's rage in check.
It seemed like we were getting better. I mean, literally, she was excited about Christmas.
She was not excited, Paul.
It seemed like it. I mean,
She was not excited, Paul.
She would tell me, she might come back, but not right now. She's not ready.
Though Lauren would occasionally take baby to stay overnight with her at Audie's, she only returned to the house she once shared with Paul and the kids for brief visits over Christmas.
It's an activity book. It has stickers and it comes with a pen and you can flip through the pages.
That's wonderful.
That had to be so damn awkward.
From that mommy.
However, soon after Christmas, something changed, with it all coming to a head on their daughter's birthday on January 4th, just 2 days before Lauren's death.
She was upset at me because I was like, why don't you just come back
home? I knew it.
And she's like, we're going to talk about it Sunday.
I knew it.
And I'm like, is it bad news? I mean, why don't you just tell me now? She's like, I'm not coming back. I'm like, you're not coming back? And she's like, not right now.
Though he doesn't admit it, his children reveal that what Lauren actually said was far more unsettling for Paul.
She's like, it's never good enough for you, okay? I'm never coming back. Stops. Just stopped right there.
She's saying that I'll never come back and, I'm gonna have my new life and I'm gonna be successful.
And she was.
My dad was just like, will you please come back? She's like, no.
20 years.
And she laughed.
That's how it normally goes, too.
She's like, I don't need anything from you.
It seems that Lauren had made a plan, one that finally tipped Paul over the edge.
She had finally said on Thursday, I'm done. I'm calling. So we were going to go see a divorce attorney together. I told her I would go with her this week.
For Paul, it was more than a relationship ending, but an obsession turning deadly. Yet to detectives, Paul insists that he had come to terms with Lauren's plans to move on.
Well, I was starting to accept the fact that we were splitting up. That's what happened. I started accepting it. I was like, okay, this is the way it is,
Though the detectives know there is almost certainly more to the story, Paul has had enough.
I feel like you guys are holding me hostage. You got my kids hostage, and I am stuck here because I don't know where my kids are, and you won't tell me, and I don't appreciate it. I wish you would not do that.
I understand that. Like I said, You are not under arrest, and you're free to go.
Paul's informed that the investigators will be conducting a forensic search of his house and car, and his children would not be returned to him yet. Instead, they would stay in the temporary custody of Child and Family Services.
Let me ask you this
So
question.
it's not like-
You just said, I know you guys think my dad killed my mom.
Like, it's
What do you
not, it's
think?
obvious. No, he didn't do it. I know he didn't do it.
With his alibi being backed up by both Joe and Natalie, Paul was released and his phone returned to him. Following his interrogation, Paul texted Joe, writing, "We all really need to talk when you come home. Something bad happened and the police think I did it. I didn't do it." Joe replied, "What? That's crazy. You would never." At the University of Colorado Medical Center, Ashley was fighting for her life. She had 2 gunshot wounds to her back, one a
she might be
grazing
able to
wound
say
and the
something.
other lodged in her chest cavity. She also had a wound to her right elbow. Along with her other injuries, Ashley had a gunshot wound to the back of her head, and the bullet lodged in her brain. She had also sustained a through-and-through perforating gunshot wound to her right shoulder, and it was believed that the bullet was lodged in her carotid. Surgeons surmised that if the bullet had not miraculously acted as a plug, Ashley would have died from exsanguination prior to Audie finding her. With so many devastating injuries, it was unclear if she would survive.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a long recovery ahead of her at least. I mean,
It wasn't long before investigators once again contacted Paul.
Hello. Hey, Paul. How are you? Hanging in there?
Best I can.
Yeah, hanging in there.
So have you guys come up with anything besides me at this point, or am I still
No, you can just come down. I just want to visit with you. And
Well, no, I'm saying, have you come up with any suspects besides me at this point, or am I still it?
well, we could talk about that when you come down.
You know, my wife is gone.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are gone.
Mm-hmm.
My house is gone. My car is gone. I have no access to any resources, any of my belongings. I have nothing.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't. My wife wouldn't approve of any of that either. You know, so I want to talk to a lawyer. I'm not helping the investigation because I didn't do anything, and you're just investigating me.
Following Paul's refusal, Joe was asked to come in for a second interview. This time he was joined by his biological mother.
Oh, he gonna
As it
snitch.
would turn out, Joe held the key to revealing the true extent
He gonna
of
snitch.
Paul's
Look at how
depravity.
she talking to him.
Just told. Mom asked us something.
No matter what Joe claims, the investigators already know he hasn't been honest so far.
Joe, I'm going to tell you the truth. Your prints, your shoe prints,
are there.
Those boot prints. You and I both know the boot prints. They're at both places.
Boot prints found outside Audie's house matched prints found at Paul's house exactly. Investigators didn't find the boots they were looking for, but Paul's habit of documenting everything had already given them photos of Joe wearing boots that matched both sets of prints. They also matched photos of Paul's boots to a second pair of prints at Audie's.
I think you were involved. Come on, son.
Help me understand why you were there.
Under the mounting pressure, Joe finally cracks.
How long have you been planning it?
I'm
You
not
don't
about to
think he
hold
was
your
planning
hand.
it?
You
Think you just did it
can talk, but you gotta back.
out of the blue? Why that night?
Edward may have been an indication of what was to come. Paul's Netflix showed that on the evening of January 6th, 4 episodes of the show Murderous Affairs had been watched. Though this may not have helped his mental state, it seems messages exchanged between Paul and Lauren were the final tipping point. Paul texted Lauren asking, "Are we still meeting tomorrow?" And she replied, "What for?" Paul wrote back, "Do you still want to go to church with us tomorrow? Let me know whenever. I love you more than words can express. I love you so much and will do anything to help you."
Was he extra hurt that night?
CKA, yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all.
After a few more messages from Paul, Lauren finally
for the
replied
love,
at 10:58 p.m. "No thank you. I would not like to go." This message may have been the final straw for Paul and the catalyst which brought him to the conclusion of his murderous downward spiral.
He says he's trying to come with me now. I said, where are we going? He's like, don't need him. I said, where are we going? He's like, get in the car. Why? He's like, get in the car.
Joe says Paul told him to leave his phone at home and that he got a bad feeling when he realized they were approaching Audie's house. According to Lauren's friends, she had shared her fear that Paul may one day crack.
He told her that if she did ever leave him, he will kill her. And that was one thing she confided into me, that she was really scared for her life, that if she did leave, he was going to kill her.
He threatened her constantly when they were married. He has held a gun to her. He has threatened to kill her. He has said, I know why men kill their wives.
In a twist Paul likely never saw coming, while recording his conversations with Lauren, he'd accidentally captured the evidence of some of these threats himself.
Because you're such a lying piece of... I'm going to kill you. You gotta die.
Are you serious?
Because I'm going to do it. And you know what? I'm going to end your mother. That's what's going to happen.
It's not like he's in the shower or something.
In text to a friend, Paul also wrote, "This is the hardest thing I've ever experienced, and I've killed many people." In messages to Lauren, he wrote, "I'm a killer man. I love to kill." Audie said that on the night of her death, Lauren had made a comment to her.
And she had actually said something to me like, I'm just so happy here. I feel safer than I've felt in years.
Lauren couldn't have known that Paul was on his way to end her life. When they arrived at Audie's house, Paul told Joe, "As long as you do what I say, you'll be fine. You'll be okay." Paul put on a mask and gloves and gave Joe a mask and gloves to wear.
What did he say?
He said, follow me.
Okay.
And I said no.
You said no?
I said no. And he said, now, do it now.
You said do it now?
And I knew I had to.
You knew you had to go. Okay. So you're walking up to the house. And then what? Is he carrying anything? What's he carrying?
He's carrying, I don't know what, but it's like this.
He's carrying a pistol?
Yeah. I'm not completely unstable. Yeah, I'm dangerous. I'm not dangerous. And anybody around you, just because they're around you, I'll kill them too.
Paul made Joe walk in front of him as they went through the backyard. He then kicked in the back door, pushed Joe inside, and began searching rooms. Audie later reported that she'd found her bedroom door open after leaving it closed, indicating that whoever had been in the home was looking for her.
What do you know about Audrey? I know that I don't like her. Yeah. I know that she's a bad influence.
No, you did the right thing.
Me. If I had even home left me.
Joe tells the detective that he waited downstairs while Paul went up to the bedrooms.
Could you hear him?
Yes.
What'd you hear?
When Paul entered Lauren's room, Joe heard her gasp, and then Paul shot her multiple times.
I just need you to love me. I need love desperately. I've never been like this. I need you to love me. I need you to touch me.
Kids?
I need you to put your hand on me. I need you to tell me it's going to be okay. That's all I need.
Don't you
I
understand?
don't. I want to be married to you forever.
Yeah, but you want to kill me too.
Because you hurt me so bad,
Yeah,
and I love you so much. What the hell is wrong with you? He said, go. Get in the car.
An autopsy determined that Lauren had 4 bullet wounds, 1 in the head, 1 in the shoulder, which then penetrated her right cheek, and 2 in the chest. Police noted there was gunpowder surrounding the wound to her right temple.
I was going to try and stop him, but I couldn't stop.
You couldn't stop him.
I was afraid. I'm so bad.
You're afraid for your dad?
My sister.
Your sisters.
Following the shooting, Paul then drove to the town pump and bought beer. This means that the image of him in the store captures the exact moments after he killed Lauren and shot Ashley. Paul then texted Lauren at 1:02 a.m. writing, "Please give us another chance." And again at 2:52 a.m., please come home. I miss you and love you so much. All of these messages were sent after he had killed her. Once they were home, Paul ordered Joe to give him his boots, put all his clothing in the washing machine, and to take a shower. He then left, taking Joe's boots with him. When he returned, Paul told Joe not to incriminate him because you don't want to find out the consequences of that. It was determined that though Paul had forced Joe to join him, he was not involved in any way.
That's scary, man.
Couldn't turn against him. If I turned against him, he completely confided in you. If you turned against him, that was it.
As for the story Joe and Natalie had told detectives earlier, Paul had instructed both of his children on what to say.
I know he talked to her because she's saying the same thing I am.
On the night of January 6th, Paul woke Natalie up and told her that he had killed Lauren and needed her cooperation. Natalie later testified to an unhealthy relationship with Paul because he had complete control over her decisions and her opinions and had instilled fear into her. On January 11th, 2018, 5 days after Lauren and Ashley were shot, Paul DeWise was arrested.
And being held on charge of deliberate homicide for $1 million.
Miraculously, Ashley survived, though she suffered a stroke and is still dealing with the physical aftermath of her injuries. She has had to learn to live with only the use of her right arm, as she can no longer use her left. Paul has maintained his innocence, saying he was falsely accused. He eventually pled not guilty to 2 counts of deliberate homicide. Natalie and Joe returned to live with their mom, while their 4-year-old sister lives with Lauren's mom. Following his arrest, Natalie received a jail call from Paul. According to official documents, he asked her to convince Joe to turn himself in and confess to shooting Lauren and Ashley because Joe, quote, would only be in jail for a little while, and then he would get back out and life would be normal. Despite this last attempt to get away with murder, Paul DeWise was found guilty of the deliberate homicide of Lauren DeWise and guilty of the attempt to commit the deliberate homicide of Ashley Van Hamert. For both counts 1 and 2, he was sentenced to 100 years each. For both counts, Paul received an additional 10 years for the use of a firearm or dangerous weapon, resulting in a total sentence of 220 years in a Montana state prison.
Get Paul ass out of here. Y'all, we're going to take a break for a couple of hours. I didn't even realize this UFC night. I'm going to watch the fights, and I'm going to get back on in a couple of hours. Hopefully, I see y'all again, too. If not, I know I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got a couple of videos dropping, a couple more TikToks dropping. And I got a long form video dropping tomorrow, either tomorrow or Monday morning. But either way, y'all, I will see you in a little bit. Tuesday, thank you for the support. Thank you, everybody, for the support. Michelle, we're just signing off, but we'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go watch some fights. I'll be back. Love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Tracy for the story, too. Hopefully your story does help, too. That's all right, Michelle. We'll be back. I see you in a little bit, love. Thank you. Y'all, YouTube Kick, appreciate you hanging out with your boy. I'm going to go watch these UFC fights, grab a little bite to eat. Back in a couple of hours, though. Hopefully, you'll be back to watch some of this crazy true crime and hood tales.